Here we go. And just making sure.
Let's rock.
Rock and roll. Now, let's just make sure that I'm actually streaming, so I'm not, streaming privately.
Yeah, private.
Make sure I'm not streaming privately. I don't know, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, wow. Team 4-Star posted a new Hiffle episode. That's cool.
Rockin'.
Not what I'm here for, but it's good to know that's there. Okay, according to this, I'm live, so...
Yep.
We're good, guys. What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Winter Cassis, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons & Dragons with the Solaires. Say hi, guys.
No.
But come on, please.
Oh, come on, say hello. At least
Oh, fine.
Just say hello, guys. Hello, guys.
Yo.
Yes, plan failed successfully. I turned that tiny. Just at least that's still not as bad as me and Cameron playing last night, and all I hear from behind me is Liv. Anyways, all right, guys, we're back with some more Discord Dungeons and Dragons, and more bunions and flagons. But as I hope you guys are ready to play some more. But either way, it has been a second. We haven't played D&D in about 3 weeks because of the fact of playing some Call of Cthulhu and 1 week of me being a dad and not being able to play.
Yep.
But don't worry, I'm not a dad anymore. Times have changed.
Oh.
No. My daughters are fine. They're not sick anymore, so. Let's get back into some Discord Dungeons and Dragons. So, to start it off... Oh no, wow, don't put that in the chat. You asshole.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, don't put a heart on that afterwards, you bastard. You think I didn't see that? Oh my gosh. Ken, compared to fuck you, Wanderer. Whose side are you on?
My own.
Oh, fair. I can respect that.
This is for my own enjoyment, thank you very
The
much.
Treebeard path.
Okay, anyways. Let's not get into a laughing fit just yet. Last time on D&D. The Solaires, after coming back from their trip in the Feywild... God, I looked at the chat. That was a mistake. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have looked at the chat. After coming back from your guys' trip in the Feywild and finding out the situation that was happening currently in this time in Atharia, you guys raced to make your way back down to Skystead to be able to back up Scales of War and taking care of not only their situation that they're dealing with the undead, but also to take your march on the mountain and head towards Mount Doonatel to take care of a particular clown that has been a thorn in your guys' side. Upon getting to Skystead, you've seen how the people have been struggling. At least the civilians were able to get out without being absolutely iced. However, even though Scales of War has been dealing with the problem, they've taken losses. They've lost lives, but not without at least keeping the fort of the city up and running. With your guys' help and a pretty lengthy combat, you guys were able to not only successfully retain Skystead, you were even able to kill the Ashen Giant that was causing a particular problem in this part of Atharia. And with the Ashen Giant dead, and the party now in the midst of, recovering, I assume, you all were planning to take a long rest. However, Wanderer, Belwraith, you said that you wanted to do something before taking your long rest.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking to talk to the Scales first, and then I want to talk to Garnan.
Absolutely. Well, the Scales will be pretty easy. You do see some of them are hurt and some are injured, but they're fine. The wounds are pretty manageable considering the fact that you guys dealt with the lion's share of the problem. And it definitely has left you guys a bit wary, but you guys are, I assume all of you are doing just fine.
Probably.
Well, Kazir's pretty beaten up still.
Yeah.
But,
apart from the 3, Um, but they don't count. Um,
It would be pretty. You do see a bunch of them kind of like getting like moving each other to. You see that the ones that are like hurt are taking the time to use some what's left of their spells to heal
yeah.
as they launch so many guiding bolts at your enemies.
Yeah, I'd definitely help with that. I haven't done the long rest just yet, so.
Absolutely. Did you want to just say, for the sake of brevity, you used what little spells you had left to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just curious if there's any person in particular you were aiming to help, or if you were just trying to, like, you find someone hurt and you're like, oh, wait, hold on a second, and actually help them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's actually a few things that I want to do thinking of it, because I have family here that I forgot about over the few weeks.
Yes, your brother, at least your brother is here. The rest of your family is still back in, because they're not part of the church.
I'd probably go around and tell the Scales to meet me in where we met before. It was like a clock tower, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was essentially a decent sized tower in the center of town. That was essentially that was essentially Skystead's town center, where they would hold like meetings with the mayor of the town. Also on top of that, it was a place where oh gosh, what was it for Skystead? Supposedly Skystead that's also a central point that has a connection to the elemental plane of air.
Yeah. I'll tell them to go there and wait for me.
Absolutely.
Just so that we can have a brief discussion.
Absolutely.
I do want to find my brother. Make sure he's all right.
Absolutely. It doesn't take you that long to find him, as he was one of the clerics. He was not one of the ones that was on the front line. He was one of the supports in case they broke through the wall. Right. And you find him pretty easily. He's actually like the first one helping people who got hurt.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yes, I am okay. Fortunately, you guys held the wall, and I can just use my magic to help those who are hurt. How are you? Have you taken any damage?
A little bit. I'm fine though. It's all right. Save your magic. I was just making sure you're all right.
Yes. Again, was able to stay away. I was more preparing my magic if they had gotten in. You and your friends could fight really well.
I've noticed. They're experienced.
I can tell.
I have to keep moving, unfortunately. I wish you luck and good sleep.
You as well, brother.
And I'll carry on to the tower.
Absolutely. It does take a little bit for all of them to get rounded up. I'll say, unless anybody says anything, is the rest of the party going to go rest, or did you want?
Blue probably try to join.
Oh, absolutely. If
in the meeting,
Kazir definitely would rest.
Okay. To say that's up to. I mean, Balwraith, you're the one who runs Scales of War. If you saw Blue there, I mean, would you stop him, or would you be okay with him being there?
He'd be all right with it.
Okay. Better say, and then Garnan, Henrik, better say, did you guys want to do anything before resting? I know, Henrik, you pretty much escaped damage, but dealt a lot. But I was curious if there's anything you guys want to do.
I need to check my pouch real quick.
Garnan is going to be tending to his wounds, preferably with Los's help.
Absolutely, she will gladly do so because she was able to hold on to a lot of her spells.
She is currently at 10 HP.
She will put some healing into you.
I can't remember exactly what Kazir was at before, but because
because
we might have done a long rest between here and there. So
how much time do we have?
About to say roughly. You guys are already through most of the night at this point. It is like 3 in the morning.
Okay, I should just go to sleep.
But I say you can. I was just curious if you wanted to sleep, or if there was anything Henrik wanted to do before resting, or even if you wanted to prep something.
How long do we plan on staying here?
That is up to.
Not long.
So then he's just gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Sounds good. And that just wanted to make sure I knew what everybody's plan was for the night before resting.
Yeah.
Oh, before Kazir goes to sleep, he will want to commune with Snuggamoid.
Okay. I say
Or
then.
would it be called communing? Yeah.
It would be your version of communing. It'd be okay. If I was a cleric, what's the opposite of a communion for a warlock? Oh, a business meeting is what.
Fair point.
That is I will get to you then, because you're probably gonna want to be alone to talk to her.
Yeah, definitely. But that can happen, after everything else happens, yada yada.
Sounds good.
Well, not after, but you know what I mean.
I know what you meant. You're good. In that case, while Henrik is going to get rest, you're preparing for rest. Garnan is trying to get some healing, but I say, Blue is in the tower with everybody. But I would assume Blue doesn't want to be forthright. He's just.
Oh, wait, do we still have the thing that diminished our health points? The curse?
Yes. At this
Yeah.
current moment, if you guys have lost any health from your maximum, you still do not have that. But if you talk to a cleric, they could probably help you.
All right. Well, that's something that we would all do probably. But just asking because I wanted to make sure my health points were the right way done.
Absolutely. I completely understand. But I say it has been a couple weeks. I forgot about that too. I would have marked your character for that as well. But that's okay. That's something to know for the future. Any hoozles. Belrith.
I killed the guy.
Oh my god. Good job. Hell yeah, bro. But
Yeah.
so you wanted to bring everybody together. It does take a minute.
Yeah. I would have told them while I'm telling them to meet there, it's just going to be a very brief thing.
Absolutely.
So Blue is not invited.
Well, Blue.
He can go. He's not invited, but he can.
Alright, he'll just go find out how much he's gonna pay the guard.
How much he's gonna pay the guard? Oh my gosh. Okay, fair enough. I have that marked, by the way. I will get to that in a moment.
Thank you for coming together this late at night. I'm sure you're all tired.
You just kind of hear a subtle nod, but you do see most of them are in high spirits.
I just wanted to brief you on what's going on tomorrow and get a feel for what you are planning for tomorrow as well.
Well,
go ahead.
you just see Vlad go. What are the plans you have?
Tomorrow, in about 8 hours, myself, along with the Solaires, will be heading into the mountain. I would ask that about half of you stay here, while half of you prepare to be a rapid response force. However, I would, because what we're going towards is meant to only be known to myself. You will be the half that comes with myself and the Solaires will be waiting outside. Whichever of you go, I'm not exactly sure what it looks like outside of the doorway, essentially.
You do watch as one of the clerics, one of the cardinals, stands up. With all due respect, our cardinal, I must voice my opinion on the situation.
Certainly.
Between the ones that are injured and the ones that we currently, and the guards who are not equipped to defend against the undead, if said creatures were to come back again, I don't believe half of us would be capable of handling this. I understand with the Ashen Giant dead, that at least takes care of the brunt force. But between the amount of wraiths we've seen, the amount of ghouls we've seen, these people are ill-equipped to handle the situation. Personally, I think that a small strike force would be better for the mountain.
Certainly. You know yourselves better than I know you at this point. I will leave that for you to decide. However, uh, well, what else are you planning here tomorrow?
You just see Vlad go, right, for now we need to account for the amount that are injured. We need to speak with the guards to see who's been hurt as well. We need to also take into account the other towns nearby who have also been dealing with this problem. We were planning to send, if it weren't for the Ashen Giant, we would have sent clerics down there already. But due to the fact that the Ashen Giant had threatened to take Skystead, and possibly even going further to take Arclay, we needed to try to keep that thing under lock and key. Again, thanks to you Solaires once again proving why you guys are heroes of this country. Without you, we probably would have fallen.
Is Blue in the room? Out of curiosity.
Blue, da ba dee da. I don't. Yeah, sure. He's
Okay.
gonna let the guards figure out how much he owes them.
Okay. No thanks needed. I'm just looking for a sit rep of what the plan is. I will leave it to your. I will leave it to you, Vlad, to dispatch.
Absolutely, our cardinal. We are hoping to be able to send a few cardinals I would say a knight each, but I don't want to spare the knights. I'd rather keep them here in case they try to do in case another one of those things shows up. I do plan to send a few. I wanted to send a few cardinals to Murray Field and to Viola's Garden to make sure that they're doing okay.
Am I allowed to smoke in here?
No.
The Ash Giant isn't dead, by the way. I hope you all know that.
I just, based on my knowledge of them, which is very limited, the only thing I know is that they are hard to kill and hard to keep dead.
It's dead for now, but it wasn't originally from here. Which means it might come back sometime.
It's a later problem then.
Yeah, that's a later problem. That's a problem we can deal with on a...
Oh.
We got his axe, it's fine.
All the more reason for us then to double down our defenses here. Take the time to heal and recover. Maybe even if we can take a look at some of these guards, maybe we can convince them that maybe they can see a holy light after all of this. We could help getting some more in our ranks.
I agree fully.
Want a helpful bard to spread the gospel?
I don't think that's how the scales recruit, is it?
That's the problem, our cardinal. We're spread thin between all of us, and not to mention the injured and the ones that are still left at Scales to keep Hadstow safe. We're spread thin. We're not against getting some new recruits this way, but we still have stricter traditions that we want to keep.
Certainly.
You of all people would understand that.
I can still get people excited for it.
There you go. Gather a list of people who stood out during this siege. Stood out to you, anyways. I'll meet with them myself and see how well they'd fit in. Are there any other matters to discuss?
Well, we were going to ask you, and I guess because your friend, Mr. Ward, thank you so much for helping us, Blue. I understand you may not have the same ranking as our cardinal, but you still should be held in high regard as well for everything you've done for Scales.
Thank you. Fuck you. I don't know how to hold that.
Take it as a means from somebody he kind of lifts up his chest, and you can see that he still has his markings of tear. His armor's similarly to Belwraith, a little crumpled. Uh, maybe a little worse than his shield. But you see that it's more of a sign of like he's a guy of reputable standing, so he does have to keep up the quo of what his position stands for, but he still wants to show that he honors what you and the rest of the party have done for them.
You're welcome. I couldn't see a town of this type of, like, what's the word? The guards have spirit, so I had to help.
And even with that, Tyr would respect that kind of justice.
Also, they were just dazzled.
That's also true, and we can agree on that as well. But either way, we wanted to know what exactly your plans were. Were you from the sound of it, you're going to the mountain. Do you know exactly where you're going?
Somewhat. I believe I have a book that details what exactly is in the mountain, so I'll be looking into that later tonight. If I believe, Blue, you have it in your possession, right?
Probably, but I do kind of know where we're going. The magic of this place is flowing to one area in the mountains.
We'll use that then.
Just make sure you be careful. This part of Atharia does tend to have some weird creatures about, and it's considered we're this close to the path. You never know what these necromancers probably got their hands on.
Seeming as how we fought an undead Hydra, whatever it was, dragon a bit ago, I'm pretty sure Garland can make some weird junk.
That being
Probably stuff worse than that.
That being the case, is there anything that we can do before you would all take off?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Absolutely.
I believe long rest cures the curses, doesn't it?
It would depend on the curse. Depends on who.
That's above character.
Oh, above character.
For the curse specifically, we wouldn't have it if we had a long rest.
Above game, you guys would know that, and I'm speaking to all of you as players. Most of you guys,
I wrote that shit down.
Most of you guys would know like curses like this typically, like actually getting a long rest and being safe, and typically takes care of that. But there are particular creatures that if their curses affect you, you need to either have them removed or you need to, depending on which creature it was. Sometimes,
like Blue, who has the curse of whatever's on his back.
Exactly, where that one, a remove curse won't remove that. That he's going to need to he's either going to need to find an actual solution, or he's going to have to use a wish spell to get that off his back.
Blue can kind of just punch you in the face.
I like to...
just getting back to it.
I think we still have the curse that limits our HP.
Yes,
you do.
For now.
I think a long rest will solve that, though.
Good.
And it's the middle of the night.
I'm fairly certain he said that a long rest did last session, but I'm not entirely certain.
Yeah, we're about to. I just wanted to backpedal a little bit because there's stuff.
Sorry for interrupting. I just thought.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Because we would have long rested after that fight. And...
Oh, for sure. And as I said, you guys were going to go long rest as I asked you guys, but because of the fact that Wanderer wanted to do something before you guys rested, it's like that's an easy thing to do.
Yeah. With all that said, all are dismissed aside from Lexa, Zekum, and yourself, Vlad. If above character, if Lexa and Zekum are here.
Yeah, they are here. They are amongst them. They were the two that were leading the Cardinals up top to blast enemies with Eldritch Blast. Oh my God, they're Warlock. No, guiding bolts.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just wait for everyone to leave, including Blue.
Absolutely. I want you to go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Certainly. I have a good insight. 10.
10? So I'm gonna roll real fast.
I believe my rolls go to. Yeah, they go to roll 20.
Yeah, they do. I can see it on my screen right now. But I say you can. You get the sense that people are in higher spirits. Like because what you and the rest of the Solaires were able to do, you were able to keep people safe and prevent them. You know, you prevented a lot of people from getting killed. This could have been but you also get the sense you can see why the Cardinal had stood up to say like, hey, we kind of need to take care of ourselves right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you guys wouldn't have shown up to help with that Ashen Giant, like I'll say this above game, if you guys wouldn't have helped, there's a good chance the scales could have fallen.
Yeah.
The town would be dead.
Yes,
All of them?
all of them would be dead. Most of the clear. Honestly, there might have been a couple Cardinals who would have tried to get some people out, but the problem is,
Unlikely.
but the Knights, you know for a fact, they would not have backed down. They would have held the ground for as long as they possibly could. Especially Vlad. Vlad would not have. He as a Oath of Vengeance paladin, he would not have backed down.
Yeah. Does everyone leave?
Everybody but Zekum,
Lexa,
Lexa,
Zekum.
yeah, and Vlad.
Does
You
Blue
asking
leave?
Blue to go?
Yes.
He'll go talk to the guard.
I will send you that number in a bit, Tiny.
During the fight, I gathered you all because you are the three that I trust the most.
Mm.
During that fight, it had dawned upon me that we have never truly searched amongst our own ranks for any traitors.
We have done a little bit of that.
A little bit, unfortunately, is not enough.
Well, you say that, but we did find one.
Who?
I need to pull up my notes because there is one in particular. Hold on one second. There we go. I forgot to pull up these notes because of the fact that it has been a couple weeks. It would be in my... I would really wish my computer would not give me political updates because I could care the fuck less.
Right. They're all assholes.
Yeah, but no,
They're
it's
just assholes in their own special way.
yeah, but there's a particular name that I could care less about.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we did find a traitor amongst our ranks. Upon diving deeper into their belongings and interrogating couple of the guards that had their minds played with. There was a particular individual. Apologies, it's hard to talk about one that would be willing to betray us. Do you know a bit of one of our older members, Cardinal Winston?
Do I remember them?
You go ahead and you would know who he is. You would know that he recognize he was a cardinal when you became a cardinal. But go ahead. But for how much you remember, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Sure. Hell yeah, it was teetering on a 5 for so long. 21.
21. You would know Cardinal Winston. You a bit of a hard ass when you first started. He was a bit younger in those days. Now he's like middle-aged human. He's a bit ruthless, kind of like Cardinal Sigmund. Yeah, Sigmund was a bit ruthless as well, but his was like almost like a heavy streak of like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Winston is more along the lines of, oh, you don't follow tier. What the fuck is wrong with you? Basically, if I had to give a comparison,
Radical.
think of a radical Catholic, essentially.
Yeah.
Like he has a bit of a hot streak. He's one of the few people that honestly like he always votes against helping other churches. He's one who thinks that tier is the only god that really should be focused on, because without justice, what is the point of all the other deities? which is an unfair way to look at it, because of the fact that he's even said that about the Matron of Feathers, which
is wrong.
It's very wrong considering death is a necessity. But Winston he's adamant. He's a bit of a radical follower. Supposedly with your training, the previous Arch Cardinal swears that Winston always has the best of intentions with the things he does, and supposedly he's one of the first people to truly show his loyalty to Scales of War, but many others question whether or not he should even be a representative of the Cardinals, considering his radical views.
Winston, of all people, sure he is a little radical, but
we feared that there might have been some of that influence has unfortunately gotten a bit stronger in his mind, maybe even worsened his views, and because of that, we have confronted him. We attempted to capture him so we can talk to him, and that's when he used magic that we don't have. He was able to teleport away. The problem is we're trying to track him, but because of how much he knows about Scales of War, he knows how to prevent us from scrying on him. He knows a lot of our safe houses, and he knows where to go to keep us off his tail. We're in a very rough pickle here, Belwraith. If he gives out half of the information the church has on to anybody, who knows what could happen to Scales.
After this, I will be returning to Padstow. I'll be going through everyone myself.
Absolutely.
I will, of course, be asking you three too to keep this knowledge hidden.
To the other Cardinals, the only people who know about Cardinal Winston's defection is us and two of the other knights. We're trying our best to talk to some of our other sources outside of Scales to see if we can find him. But again, whoever's helping him is whoever was trying to gather information. And they're stronger than we anticipated. We have a feeling we know which group that is.
Keep looking for information, but if you do have solid evidence against someone, do not approach. Just keep it to yourself and control the information that they get a hold of.
Will do. We will be sure to. We will speak to our representatives. We still make contact with Scales and talk with them. You will have to forgive us for not being able to capture him. This did happen some time ago, about a month now.
All right.
We couldn't get in contact with you for obvious reasons.
All right. I suppose that's all then.
In that case, permission to speak freely.
Certainly.
You look like shit. You need to get some rest, Belwraith.
I get told that all the time.
And hopefully, and from both a professional standpoint and a friend standpoint, I would hope that you heed my advice.
You need the rest as well.
Indeed. I will be talking with the guards to set up watch to make sure that we don't get snuck up on again.
Certainly. Alright, you three are dismissed as well.
And you watch as the three of them sneak off. You do see, Lexa and Zach can give you the acknowledgement, but also, the wave of, hey, dude, it's been a while.
He'd put his hand on his chest and give them a bit of a bow in return.
Absolutely. Excuse me, oh my gosh.
After that, I'd probably look for Garnan.
Absolutely. But I say, it does take you a minute, so Garnan.
Yeah.
I assume you and the guards will show you guys to a private barracks where the Solaires will be able to rest. They just took a long, essentially what was a longhouse, probably a tavern, and basically they just gave you guys the rooms because they were like, "Hey, you saved us, thank you." And you see, and Alosa just kind of takes a seat, and you can see that some of the battle was wearing off on her. She's had to use her armband, so she does have a point of exhaustion.
Go ahead.
You just see Alosa kind of sit down on the side of the bed. At least we made it out of that alive.
Could have been worse.
Agreed. How you doing? The Ashen Giant really seemed to target you.
As she says this, he is bleeding from like every orifice.
Yeah, you already see her hand like start to glow as she's casting. As she's going to start casting healing spells on you.
I'm okay.
Well, you did handle that fight a lot better than I expected. I thought he was gonna at least at least break your guard a little bit.
Nah. I want to go to bed.
At that point, I'd knock on their door.
Okay.
The
So,
girls are bothering me about pizza, which I just threw
hold on one second, guys.
This is fun. I miss strategizing.
Where do you
and
put
planning.
exhaustion on this thing?
The roll 20 sheet. Ask Bob.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't actually know. I don't really mess with the sheets at all.
I just
Oh.
remember it.
I also just remember it.
If you need, you could do like a sticky note that's specifically for
Yeah.
exhaustion. It should have a tab on there for notes.
Yeah, it should. I mean,
Does
Uh,
it? I thought it did.
I would think so, but I don't see anything anywhere. I
Hmm.
see hit dice. I see yada yada. Global attack modifier.
I mean, I would just use like a sticky note.
Yeah, I'll just use bio area.
Yeah, that would work well. Winter's probably getting his supper, I would assume.
Oh yeah, probably.
I heard something about the girls, so I assume he's being a
Oh.
father once again.
Gross. Why would you choose to be that? That's so weird. Just be like any good father figure and abandon your children.
Oh my god.
I'll be right back.
all the most well-rounded individuals I know don't have dads. That's why I am not well-rounded. I am fucking square. Okay?
Okay, Wanderer.
Why are you like this?
Because
Why
I'm
can't you
evil.
just... Oh shit, it's Winter.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was just having a quick conversation with my love. You know,
That's weird. Why would you
Stop
converse?
stop conversing with my love. I don't know if I can do that, guys.
Yeah.
Winter, I think we're gonna have a problem.
I think so too.
We're gonna have a problem. What do you mean?
I got it.
Anyway,
As soon as Garnan says he wants to go to bed, I'm gonna knock on the door.
I gotta take my energy days when I get them.
yeah.
Are you decent?
Yes. Why wouldn't we be?
I'd creak open the door. I'm just looking to borrow your boy for a moment, Alyssa.
Absolutely. Let me just finish healing him up a bit.
Certainly.
Let's see here. She is going to go ahead and she's going to upcast Cure Wounds. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Where are my D8s? Where did they go?
I ate them.
How dare you eat my D8s like that?
Crunchy.
Listen, just because Die Hard Dice looks like candy does not mean you should eat them.
Yummy, crunchy dice.
I'm about to say, Garnan, you will recover 29 hit points.
All right.
That's just to start to patch you up a little bit. She will. I assume the normal stuff happens. Some of the wounds start to close. You almost feel like one of your bones just kind of like fully realigns.
Ow! Jesus Christ.
Well, the giant hit you really hard.
Yeah, I realize that.
And I say, I'll let you guys talk, but when you guys are done, I want to finish healing you up.
Yeah,
we will.
That'll be.
We won't be long.
Ow.
Okay, I need to get some rest myself. You watch as she just kind of flexes her arm. And again, like both of you would know that using Hexcraft is not exactly a kind thing on the body. So you guys can see like almost like you know how inflict wounds will cause like the black veins to appear on one's body. It's kind of similar whenever Hexcraft is used. Blue would know that a lot considering he was using the gloves of Counterspell.
I'll open the door fully. Let's walk and talk, Garnan.
Okay. He limps.
I'll give him a little bit of healing.
All right, go ahead.
Look, can I? What kind of spell slot would I have left over? Probably like.
Excuse me.
I'd probably use all my first, so I'll give him a fifth.
Yeah.
Like going from top to bottom makes more sense. Cure wounds. Stack on 29 more healing.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Just get rid of that limp. I feel bad making you walk, but I also feel bad taking Alossa's bed. Yeah, I apologize for keeping you up longer. It's too much on the mind.
It's fine. What's up?
Just from that meeting, I can tell the scales and likely the churches all know that this war is no longer something that can be guided, only ridden out. But I don't think they ever understood me, not truly. And they understand less with each passing second. They doubt. They think that I am simply making it up as I go along. I could not fault them, for they are not entirely wrong. They forget, though, I have fought in 3 campaigns, 1,000 pitched battles, countless raids and skirmishes, desperate defenses, bloody actions of every kind. All of us have fought in the driving snow, the blasting wind, the middle of the night, and hours ago our enemy was 100 corpses, barely able to raise their arms, and will be beings that are hardly more than animals. We haven't even seen those capable of intelligent conversation. But yet, failures and half-victories come tumbling one over the other, and on and on. With such issues, must I remake the future? 1,000 battles? 10,000? 10 times 10,000 to bring about the new age? I can almost see it now. War on every front, stretched across time until none could know when the final blow will come. Or if it already has. We had fought and won at Padstow, torn down all the certainties of the past, and even rebuilt the Scales' reputation. Yet the beginning of all my troubles still lives. Still acts, plans, and schemes. We have yet to take any action against them, only reactions. The skulls will rise or fall by our action or our inaction. Wars are not won on a defensive line. Even now, the only reason we are going to the mountain is because it has become an unignorable problem. But what will they do next? Do we even have the slightest clue? Hells, it may even come from inside our own. The Hydra does not see all, and now his blindness may place a knife at his own back. Jahath would have not made such an error, or he would have found them immediately and... Shit. They must be all dead. All those who are still missing, dead or turned. I can't see any other fate for them. I apologize. vented I've vented to you about things that matter little.
I wouldn't say they matter little. I mean, struggles are things that everyone goes through at every point in their life, so it's completely fair to need to speak to someone about it, especially a close friend like I to you. Worry not. Your venting is heard, and I am here if you need it. That felt weird to say.
I appreciate you, Garnan. I'll let you get to bed. Thank you.
You don't plan on leaving again, do you?
I have to. There are, there are things that need my attention, and you are more than capable of handling yourselves.
Perhaps, but how are we going to get by without our friendly neighborhood Belwraith behind us, strategizing for us and giving speeches where we cannot?
You'll find a way, I'm sure. I'll see if I can find someone to take my place.
As long as it's not like the last guy, he was kind of weird.
Who? What?
Some wizard named Zinmi said he was from the future, but also the past. It was really confusing.
Do I know that name by chance?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
22?
22? The name sounds familiar. I'm going to say maybe a history, but maybe a book somewhere talked about a quote-unquote time traveler. But it's hard to say. Some of those books are full of questionable legitimacy.
Name sounds only vaguely familiar. I might look into that.
It's not important. He came in, and then we didn't even realize he vanished until you came back.
Dude,
sounds important.
Dude, time travel one shot, that'd be fun.
It would be.
Agreed.
Disagree.
Oh, fair enough.
Every single time period of Atharia.
Actually, I really like that idea. But time travelers from different eras get brought to one specific era for a situation.
Anyways, I'll let you get your rest. You'll need it tomorrow. We'll be leaving as soon as we're all awake.
We're fighting Garland. Do you
Name?
Do you have a what?
Aren't we not supposed to say the name?
Is that the case?
I thought so.
That's the name of a god, not the name of Garland.
Yeah, you would
see how it might actually affect Garland because of the power behind him.
Let me
thinking vaguely, you know.
Absolutely. Let me just clarify this because of the fact that Belwraith, you are a cleric, so you would know this, and obviously between Tiny being trained in religion, Henrik's experience with magic, and Garnan, even with your experience with Savros. And also, actually, also in your case, because of the fact that you have ties to Zucketmoy now, you would know. You guys would all be aware. Speaking the name of a god gives them power. It basically allows them almost an ability to look at you through their own, through eyes of their own. You're welcoming them into your world and especially into your vicinity. It's the reason why clerics and paladins, they claim the names of their gods, so that they know that they can watch them at any time and give them the power they need to accomplish their goals. Even warlocks
Well,
are.
isn't that also true with like other powerful beings such as the Queen Hag.
You in a
You know
means
what I mean?
in a means yes, but theirs is more in a twisted form, kind of like warlocks. They pull their power from contracts and deals, and in your case, your power,
Oh.
you uttering Zugat Moy for your abilities is literally just for her to manifest her power for you. It's again, it comes down to a lot of like intricacies, but it's not wise to utter the name of gods who would not like you. So for example, like if Henrik decided one day to snap and starts naming off evil gods, that's basically allowing them to be able to spy on Henrik at any time. It's
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
but of course, naturally, if you utter a name and then you go a distance away, like say for example, like you went from one side of Atharia to the other after saying their name, they wouldn't be able to watch you. But it's like there's a complicated thing about it, and you don't.
Okay. I get it. I kind of get it.
But there's obviously it's just never wise because the more you say their name, the more power you give them.
So it would be a
Okay.
bad idea to say his.
I probably wouldn't have.
Well, here's the thing though. Garland is an abyssal avatar. He's not a god, so saying his name
God's
is fine.
only, Stray. God's only.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said,
He's
it works
not a
with
god. He's
hags
just an
and with
avatar.
abyssals, and they're not
When
really gods.
when people say my name,
That's what
I
I'm-
am basically the avatar of Savros at this point. I don't get like magical heebie-jeebies knowing where they are.
Yeah.
You see why there's a confusion.
But if you
because,
say his
like,
name and
works
Yeah,
with-
I had the
Three times.
confusion.
I heard what you said, Henrik. I heard that, Herma. Look, if you just look in the mirror and you say it 3 times.
Darn it.
If you say it at night 3 times while the mirror's clouded up, it'll happen.
Wait, what you're
Matter
saying?
of fact, actually, I learned where that came from.
Yeah,
If you
bloody
look in a
hell.
mirror in the dark for like 5 seconds, something triggers in your brain where you start to see not you in the mirror.
It's also that's also the story of Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Anyways,
that's true.
he probably wouldn't have said called out the naming then. I am aware we're fighting Garland. It's
You know, we might benefit from another ally. We have a friend, Skulven. He's a lizard folk fighter guy.
I
Uh,
feel like I've heard the name.
he was in the party long before you were, but he has a personal grudge against Henrik, and he might be able.
Henrik?
He might
Against
be
Henrik?
willing.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, Henrik was his replacement. Anyway, against Garland, so having him on our side, or at least in the battle, would be pretty neat.
Well, I'll be here to fight Garland.
No, I meant like if you wanted to send like one of those messaging spells that you guys have.
I think I'm out of spell slots, and I've already dismissed the shit.
Scales.
The scales, yes. I've already dismissed the scales. I don't want to bother them again. I might be able to find a cleric still awake. I'm still too restless to sleep.
Blue probably already did it anyway.
Maybe. I'll leave you to go to bed. Thank you for letting me talk.
Of course, anytime. And I'm only one sending spell away.
Have a good night and a good sleep.
I will try to. You as well.
He'd nod.
Alright.
After that, Belwraith would probably walk around for like an hour and then go to bed.
Absolutely. Also, I just want to say this, man. Rogue Skulven going after his player's current character. What are the odds?
Who could have guessed?
That is some M. Night Shyamalan level of plot twists here.
Yeah, I'm into that.
that would be
Look, I just wanted to play Skulven again, okay, man?
Hey man, I couldn't blame you, especially at his current level. But as being a
I mean, if you'd
It was
allow
just,
it,
it was just a Zen mute moment. That's all character.
Yeah.
That's all Henrik was.
if you'd allow it, I would send. I might have a sending spell.
Blue's gonna call Henrik Skulven anyway.
yeah.
Well, I suppose I don't know his face, don't I?
Yeah, that's the problem, is the fact that you have to have, you not only need to know Sculvin, you'd have to have, or at least have a general idea of who Sculvin is to cast Sending.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
description or
Yeah.
depiction.
I know his name.
You know his name.
But do you know his true name? This is Aragon rules. Do you know his true name?
I mean,
The
at
answer's
this
no.
point- Yeah, at this point, really no.
Like, and not to get super nerdy here, because and I don't want to derail this too much, but I just want to say, but I say a new Aragon book actually did get released. I picked it up yesterday.
What?
Oh yeah, Chris Polini released a book called Murtagh, which talks about Murtagh after what happened during the war. It's
No spoilers. I didn't know that they did another book, but I definitely need to get that.
Oh,
I had the other four.
It literally just came out literally this last week.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I have it downstairs. It's a thick book. I'm so excited. Not to derail. I just want to point that
No,
out.
that's important. That's important.
I'm a huge fan of Aragon, so it's one of those.
I
things.
am too. I read it in middle school, read it again in high school.
I've read the series 3 times, twice as an adult.
I watched the movie. Anyways, let's carry on.
Just we're talking about like, oh man, the writing was so good. I watched the movie, that they decided to make it PG and really weaken the story.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I played the game.
The game is not bad, but it follows the movie, which I'm not okay with.
It's about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
the game is better though. I will agree with that.
I enjoyed the movie, but I think I only enjoyed the movie because I didn't read the book before the movie.
Yeah, if you would have read the books.
That's like watching the Avatar live action. I loved the live action Avatar as a kid. But then
And you watched the show.
actual show, and then went back and watched it, and didn't even last 30 minutes.
God damn it, Winter! Look at what you've done to us.
I'm sorry. Listen, guys. Listen. In the near future, I will do my first Frosty Talks After Dark, and I will talk about
No, you won't.
I will.
We have to do a live streamed
Yep.
Frosty Talks.
I will gladly do that. I will literally pull anybody who wants to talk with me, and we can talk about stuff like this. I'm more than
Yeah,
happy.
just
to.
shoot the shit. Hell yeah, I'd
We'll
be
do
in.
it distractable stuff.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways.
I apologize for derailing. Just there was something that I was really excited about, and I've been meaning to talk about it, but I
Oh, for
haven't.
sure.
I picked
Yeah, after talking with Garnan, he'd probably walk around for about an hour and then go to bed.
absolutely. I assume Garnan, you returned to Alosa.
Yeah.
Heyo?
What? But anyways, she does notice that you were healed a little bit more. Are you still missing health?
Yeah.
Permanent
I have
health.
159 max. I'm at like 60 something.
Are you sure it's max?
No, you'd be at 7, dude.
Are you sure?
Because you were at 10, 29, that's... I don't know, you'd be at like 60 something, yeah. No,
I
you'd be
didn't-
over 70.
I didn't mark it down because we're gonna get a long rest in it.
How dare you?
Keep it off. I mean, we're gonna get a long rest, but what if they were assassins?
Exactly,
It's true.
exactly. You would have been prepared. It would have been...
Which-
Uh-oh, Garnan has 10 HP.
Which Alosa is going to burn through most of her spell slots to get you back to full. The thing is, the difference between the two of you is that if you guys did get attacked in the night,
Oh, sure. Ignore the one that saved her life.
the clerics are Knuckle in particular is going after you, Stray.
Oh, okay.
Particularly you,
He's gonna
Stray.
kill you.
I love how in that entire fight Blue took, I did.
I know you asshole.
I
I was
know.
in the woods.
But to be fair though, tactically speaking, Blue had between Blue and Henrik, you guys had the best tactical points to handle situations between your AoE and Henrik being able to gun down particular individuals.
I was hiding in the woods. They couldn't see me.
But anyways, I will say this: Alosa is going to put in. Alosa is going to put in what spell slot she can to heal you up, and she is going to get you back to full.
Word heal.
Power word heal. But you do notice that she is drained and she is exhausted.
Time to ask her to book.
Sorry, Garden. I'm just a little out of it.
Sorry to interrupt. Henrik, you're running a bit of background.
No,
played
it's
Assassin's
okay.
Creed.
Believe me. You should get some rest.
Yeah, I agree, but will you be okay through the night?
Probably, as long as I don't suddenly get a heart attack.
You watch as she actually kind of laughs at that. You know, it would be something like that, wouldn't it?
He's not gonna die in battle. He's gonna die from natural causes.
No, the most dangerous threat.
What a boring way for me to die, too.
Yeah. My God, Garnan's Goku for the Android arc just dies of a heart condition.
Like, not even anything cool, like a decapitation because I'm a rebel. No, it's just, oh, my heart went boom.
Wait a minute, that's not my heartbeat. Either way, I do worry. We've been very fortunate with how we've been able to handle fights, and I have died.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
You do that a lot. You should really stop it.
I promise.
It's not good for your health.
I promise. I'm trying.
Sorry to die, because it kind of seems like it.
Honestly, if it wasn't for Kazir, I probably would have.
Yeah, I gotta go thank him. We should do that together tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I kind of just didn't have the courage to face him.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
Yeah, he took a hit that really actually could have killed me. And while you guys were busy in the fight, I mean, I don't know if you guys would have gotten to me in time.
Who would have?
Blue probably would have, but at the same time, you know, as far as Alos...
Actually, in that fight, if they died, the soul would go to him, so no, he wouldn't.
Exactly. So this could have been a very bad situation, and everybody above game,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
worse than death.
above game, because you're like straight pulling that card out and using that ability for the first time. Like I'm like a part of me is like, oh man, he's gonna fuck himself over right there, but also the other part of me is like, kind of thank God that he did.
Yeah.
And Alosa owes him, and he owes Blue. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why do I owe Blue?
He saved you.
Oh,
He went on
yeah.
top of the thing and shot the guy with like a 5th level guiding bolt.
It's fine.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Friends don't keep score. It's fine.
Blue does.
Oh damn. Okay, fair enough. But Alosa does kind of give you another look, Garnet, and kind of. She kind of about to say she kind of hobbles her way to a place where she can rest. Because it's not even like a hobble as in she's hurt. It's more of a sway because she's tired.
You can have this room. I can sleep on the floor. I'm fine doing so.
She just grabs her bedroll and she's gonna lay down.
Have her lay on Garnan. Shove
They're
two
not
beds
there yet.
together.
Not yet. We're
This is the chance to get there, Garnet. If you don't shoot your shot, you won't hit the target.
I just like to imagine Henrik walks in like a sweater. Hey, wait the fuck did you just say?
I like to wait for the target to come hit me, you know?
Like Winter.
Yeah, that's probably why you're like
Fuck.
right now, huh?
Wow.
Hey, Abby would agree with me.
I mean,
why are we attacking Winter all of a
I mean,
sudden?
you're not wrong, but at the same time,
Abby was the one who asked him out.
it's true.
Bring it up as much as I can.
Fuck you. No, I will say that not wanting to derail, just all the girlfriends I've had in my life, they've asked me out. I am terrible apparently at being the one to make the first move. Apparently I'm seen more as a friend. Abby,
Yeah, that fits.
Winter kiss eyes. I'm a little bitch when it comes to girls.
hey Wolf.
Yeah?
You have a point, but fuck you.
I have that clip still.
I know you do. Fuck you.
How about you go sex your own body?
Listen now.
Well, you know what? Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
And you know what? I'm gonna think of Wanderer while I do this.
What are we doing?
Don't explain. Let's just keep going.
Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. With that being said, though, and everybody's doing that. Kazir.
Didn't realize I was muted.
It's all good. It's all good. I assume you find a quiet room to be able to be alone.
Yes.
That's
correct.
Knuckle is gonna pump a heal into you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
He's using his last spell slot that he has for it. And you do regain, was it 70 hit points for heal?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that was
brings me
60.
up
it's 60 or 70. I can't remember. I'll look it up real fast. Is it 70?
That brings me almost to whole health.
Yeah. I think it's 70.
Also,
I should have
also,
kept that
Tiny,
one.
don't give away my plots. You don't know.
I'll put it at 70 for now. 78.
Don't tell me what
No,
to do.
I
I'll
will.
give away it all I can.
You monster!
Kazir
How
would be
dare!
Very grateful to him.
Yeah,
It dies in a week.
Knuckle is more than willing to do that, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "I do not wish for my friends to die."
Yeah.
Hopefully not likely soon.
Agreed.
Heroes never die.
Listen, I would play more Overwatch, but I can't.
You don't.
I think the main issue with Garnan and Delosa is the fact that neither of us ever initiate, so it kind of just becomes a stalemate between me and Winter.
Yeah.
It's just a mix of both of you being bottoms.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I'm not gay.
You don't have to be gay to be a bottom.
That is also true. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
Okay.
What is this episode?
Aw, Winter's a little bottom.
What is this? What is this episode, guys? Goddamn.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, Winter.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Winter
But-
likes it.
You guys are all bastards. That's what I gotta say. But after you've been healed, Knuckle does leave you be because as a cleric he also wants to help people, especially since he doesn't need to rest that long.
Fair.
He is a warforged, so he only needs to sleep. He only needs to be in a rest state for 4 hours. The rest of the time he's like trying to help out as much as he can.
Makes sense.
Excuse me, I had a burp. I
It's
assume
fine.
you just find a nice dark corner of your other room, your room that's provided to you. And you
After I almost said Garnan heals me. Ugh. After Knuckle heals me, I would go into a corner and do the ritual to summon her. Well, not summon her, but to talk with her.
Absolutely. And it takes some. It does after performing the ritual. It does take a moment. You get the sense that your connection is there, but it's almost like there's a slight, like, kind of struggle.
Oh. Because you will take note of that.
And all of a sudden, you do feel a presence. Hello, Kazir. You wish to speak to me.
Yes, I do. And just like that, everything I was thinking to say dropped off of my head.
I feel that very hard because that was me the last time I tried to have character moments in my last time I was a player.
This is why I write everything down constantly. What for character shit that I
Yeah,
want
I
to say,
really
write it
should.
down.
It's
I really should start doing that more.
I have
Just one of those things where you go, I'll do it later, and later never comes.
with a person with ADD, I understand.
You probably know the hag is finally dead.
Indeed,
He says,
I am very aware.
does she actually sound kind of tired, or is that just...
Roll an insight check. This is going to be a difficult DC since you can't see her.
Where is insight? Oh, no, that's sleight of hand, investigation. There it is. What did it...
Once you click it, then it should say to
Oh.
click on the screen.
Oh, okay. Why did it roll 2?
Oh, it rolled
one
two
for-
because one if you
Yeah.
if you had advantage or disadvantage, it'll just roll and
Yeah.
show.
Damn, that's a pretty low one.
You can't really tell, unfortunately. You good, Tiny?
Ah, yes. I forgot I
I
wasn't
didn't
mute.
realize. I thought so.
But unfortunately, it's hard to tell. The thing is that you've gotten to know Zugat Moy in your own way, but the problem is the machinations of an Abyssal Prince is hard to tell.
Fair point. Fair point. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
but-
nope, no, you were asking a
realized-
legitimate question.
Okay. Was that the end of her statement? Just making sure.
Yeah, she basically was confirming that she is aware that you have accomplished.
Is something wrong in Zugitmoid?
Yes, there is. I feel the broken skulls are becoming more powerful,
Oh,
and I feel that you're in a place of a large surplus of magic.
we are planning to go take out. Sorry, brain cramp. Just
Okay.
making sure. We are planning to go attack Garland, right?
Well, at least kill Garland is probably your guys' main goal, but obviously
Oh, yeah.
preventing
At
the
least.
preventing the nexus from opening.
Sorry, laughed at what Tiny put. It was Tiny, right? Yeah.
You're good.
Anyways, we are planning to go fight. Yeah, I will say, the abyssal avatar of what do we think he's the abyssal avatar of? My brain just cramped a bit because it would be not going to, you know. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say. I also looked at Tiny's
Only
comments.
because Kazir would be derpy. I'm not derpy, but you know, he'd think better safe than sorry than to say the name.
Yeah, she gives you the knowing, like you can get the you get the feeling she is aware of the name you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yes, my fellow abyssal princes are all vastly powerful in their own ways, but for you mortals in particular, he would be very bad if he was released. Legions of undead, vampires, and even liches.
Oh,
Hmm.
yes. One of the more important ones to take out right now, and from my understanding, he is closer than the others to accomplishing his goals.
Indeed. Between him and your friend Garnand, his brother, he's also had the most time being near a nexus.
Oh, valuable information.
But the thing is that have I ever told you why the nexuses exist?
I do not believe so.
It's a short story, but one that might benefit you. Long ago, when the abyss was first created, there was a shard of power driven into the, what would you humans call it? The realm of elements. And that shard is what formed and circulated. Supposedly a shard of divinity, a shard of evil, no one knows for sure. And a lot of us abyssal princes swarm to it. Not wanting to kill each other for access to that. And diving deeper into the abyss, as you're aware, is very dangerous even for us. Who knows what could be down there? I have my own problems to deal with, but we used to have access to the mortal plane. We all waged our wars. We tried to encompass the material, take it for ourselves as well as the 9 hells. But the gods intervened. They deemed your realm to be very useful to them. Some
Interesting.
some for good purposes, some for personal purposes. Even the god of devils saw use of the material plane to prevent us from getting out, to prevent us from causing problems in the material. They created these gates to prevent us from getting out. They could not seal us, but they could not seal it perfectly. We are beings in a realm of chaos. While I may be in control of how much killing I want to do, as you know, demons are always going to be bloodthirsty.
Very true.
The power in this realm is very powerful. And because of that, we are almost on level with... I personally like to think we're stronger than the Archdukes of the Hells, but we're not quite gods ourselves. They could not permanently seal us away. But to open our gates requires some unorthodox methods. Some of us know.
That completely makes sense.
Some of us know how to open our doors, but most don't.
And thank goodness for that one.
Agreed. Only 2 of us know how to open the doors to our gates. But one has to find theirs, and the other doesn't care. I think you can piece together which one that is.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. May not be the brightest cat, but at least I can tell that one.
Indeed. But I want you to be on your guard, Kazir. You are near a very powerful source of magic. And if this clown has been around this powerful as long as it has, who knows what he's been able to do.
I almost fear seeing him face to face with what he can do, what I believe he can do.
Well, stay strong. I've helped you with your goal, and now I need you to help me with mine.
I promise you that I will get to that as soon as I can.
Indeed. But for now, taking down any member of the Broken Skull will be useful to us. And with that,
Agreed.
unless there's anything else you have to ask.
I do have one question about the target.
Yes.
The Abyssal Avatar, if you know who. Do you have any information where she might be? Obel, I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiny.
The last time one of my spies was trying to track her, she apparently, the last time she was seen, she was heading towards that city of ruins, the one that with a lot of magical artifacts.
Oh! I know this.
Supposedly,
Can I
Tamworth.
roll history or what?
Tamworth.
Oh, Tamworth. Thank you. Would Kazir be able to remember that?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay, I want to be out of about. Don't want to play it about. You know what I'm trying to say. Brain not working. History. Damn it! Why do I always have such a low history? Oh, right. I keep forgetting having to click the screen. 16.
That sounds familiar. You know that there is a city between there are 2 cities between Westray and Starlam. But it's Alnerwick, which is the closest to Starlam. Not closest to Westray, but Alnerwick is a kind of like more of a scholar city. Tamworth is a city that is basically if I had to make a comparison, it is similar to Markarth. It is a kind of a city that exists because they uncovered like the top layer of a city. And if you go, and they have routes that go under that supposedly according to scholars, there are 4 different runes that exist underneath Tamworth.
Oh,
But I say,
cool.
unfortunately, you don't know any details about what they are, but characters like Henrik and Blue, who studied the College of Lore and studied in the Artificer Guild, would be able to talk more in depth about I would have given them advantage on history check when it came to that city. But for you, because you're from
that's
Uskar, but your people would know about it because it was the I can't remember what the name.
Hot topic.
Yeah, the hot topic.
Yeah.
It is there's a group of archaeologists.
Oh god, now I'm picturing a tabaxi dressed like a god.
It's
Sorry.
where Blue's business is.
Exactly. But as a Blue's father hired a bunch of tabaxi from Uskar that formed the archaeology group that founded the ruins underneath Tamworth.
Oh, okay.
Yep. To this day, they're still trying to figure stuff out. But the problem is that's why they needed the Artificer Guild to help them, because there's a lot of magical technology that they don't understand.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yes, that is the last place that I'm aware that she was last spotted. I don't
I will talk.
I don't
You go
know.
first.
I don't know where she's gone since. More than likely her patron is hiding her from me.
Makes sense. I will talk to my party and see what we can do to get there sooner than later.
I'm not in any hurry. In order for this individual to find their gate, will be vastly more difficult considering how big those runes are.
Very useful information. Thank you.
But for now, I have to deal with my own things. Take care of yourself, Kazir. I look forward to our
You too.
next chat.
And agreed.
And you feel that presence kind of vanish.
Cool.
All right.
And Kazir will go to sleep. Or go
Absolutely.
rest.
Absolutely. And as you guys all go to sleep to rest, Blue, you would find out that it was mainly the clerics who handled the zombies, but they took care of a lot of smaller groups of zombies. You owe them about, if I did my math correctly, about 3,500 gold.
3,500?
Yeah.
All right.
Will you be trying to spread the good word of Tyr?
Sure.
I mean, hey, you as a player have every right to go, no.
Oh! Actually, there would
I
be
didn't say it worked that way, but
I mean,
I apologize.
Money-
There would be
Go
one
ahead.
last thing Kazir would do before he went to sleep. He would check up on his wife.
okay. But as you would get a servant who's answering the sending stone for her because of the fact that it is 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense.
But, Tiny, you were saying.
he's gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. But go ahead and just roll me a persuasion check. Just because you're trying to spread the good word.
Persuasion.
I believe that's a success. 5,619.
Dude, how did you get an army of people to join the scales?
That's money. He's going to he's just gonna enhance ability himself and roll persuasion.
Absolutely. You cast enhance ability, I assume.
The charisma one.
Trying to remember what
11 plus
all of a sudden the Scales are the most powerful army in Atharia.
And, all it took was one
They
bard.
already are one of them.
They are 13. They're like 10 people.
That city is one of them. That city rising up is strong.
That's true. Well, Patstow essentially is a dwarven castle turned into a
29.
29. But as a you get to you kind of talk it up a little bit, very casually, I assume, just very much like these guys are fighting the good fight where they can, trying to help out. Like, you saw what they did for your city. I mean, it's worth listening to them at least.
He does not force either religion or people signing up for drafts.
Oh, absolutely.
He doesn't enforce that.
Exactly. You're literally just kind of going like, hey, they did good things.
These are cool dudes.
Like, if you want to, you might be able to help them with stuff too.
Also, money.
Money. I love that. It's like, oh man.
Shop with money.
I just like the thought of you just walking up and going like, man, their family is crazy, but they got money. That being said, you take the time to talk with them a little bit. Was there anything else you would like to do?
Sending to Skulven.
Absolutely. You have 25 words.
9, 5, 6, 9, not 3, 6, 1. He's going to use 2 levels of sending.
Okay.
I got sinus issues.
That's okay. I understand the feeling.
I don't. Get better, idiot. Just stop it.
Okay.
Who knew it worked that way?
We're at Mount Doonatel. Garland is here. We're going to face him probably around tomorrow. I know you're all magic and super powerful and stuff, but if you can show up, come on over. If you can't, oh well, fight the good fight. I don't know how many words that was.
I'll say I was keeping track for the most part. You didn't go past 25, so.
He said that last part in the character.
Yeah, I imagine. You do get a response. Hey, Blue. It's been some time.
It's been like, no, it has. Wasn't he one of the people I called when we got here?
Well, don't forget, you guys were gone for over 4 months.
That's what I mean by when I got here. Like, left the portal, he called some people.
I don't recall you talking to Skulven particularly.
Yeah,
He called some people. I don't think it was Skulven.
No, you talked to a few people, but Skulven was not one of them.
It don't matter.
No, it's good to hear you're in the area. I'm currently in a bit of a bind. Could use some sunlight down here. And that is what you get.
Having another. Are you in the Underdark or the ruins or any way we can help you? Actually, we're a bit busy. Good luck with shadow stuff.
You get a response. No, there's a clown nearby, and I want him dead.
Ooh.
Oh, Skulven is already after the clown.
Fun. We're gonna find him in the boss fight just dead.
I mean, who knows? But I just want Herma to go down there as Henrik point at Skulven, and Skulven points back at Herma. It's just the Spider-Man meme.
When you're going in a fight, can I please him?
We could talk.
Please.
I have his character sheet. If you want to control 2 characters, we can talk.
Alright.
I want to control 2 characters.
Shut up. No one cares.
You can control your daddy.
You could control your pets.
They're not characters. They're inanimate objects.
It's not a boulder.
No.
It's
I
a
mean-
rat.
One of them is a cat, so
It's true.
Wait, did the pets go with us to the Feywild?
Yep.
Yeah, about to say.
Okay, just checking.
If they wouldn't have, about to say, if they wouldn't have, freaking Garnet would have came back with a nearly full grown dire wolf.
this direwolf would have had a mental breakdown.
Probably, but at the same time, she'd be riding size at that point.
Yeah, but guard.
Garnet would be
Corgi.
Garnet would be riding around a dire wolf.
Time to
Poor
get
direwolf.
armor.
Garnet's such a big guy.
A dire wolf would still be able to handle it.
I mean, I'm not that big. I mean,
Shut up, fatty.
Damn, harsh.
I mean, he is built like a Viking, so.
I mean, yeah, the true
Viking on steroids, might I add.
Listen. Just because we all acknowledge that
Most
Garnet is
definitely.
cut,
Garnet's not cut. He's bold.
just
Bulk.
anyways.
What's your dex?
Who's next?
11.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he's
bulk.
So,
There is no cuts here.
fair.
Alright, bedtime.
You guys all go to rest, and I'm going to ask you a question
Who?
for all of you.
Oh,
Who is all wearing scry-proof items?
Oh,
I don't think
believe
you're
I
good.
am.
I don't think
Me and Delosa would be.
Henrik?
I'm not.
Oh, hold on. Before we go to bed, who wants to sleep in Blue's chamber? Cause he always does that.
Ah, too late. Nah,
Henrik-
nah, too late.
No, Henrik would be sleeping there because.
Yeah, no,
Henrik,
yeah. I could totally see Henrik and Blue, like Henrik already being in there. I could totally see Blue doing that, but
Henrik and Blue
Yeah.
sleep in his chamber. All of you, good luck.
even you two, are you two wearing scry-proof stuff?
Blue is.
Henrik?
I don't think Henrik has any.
All right. Belwraith.
Believe he has one?
Yeah, check your character sheet. Does he?
I know I didn't write it down. I very strongly believe he does, though.
If you believe, I will take your word for it. But
It would make
'Cause
sense that that's something he would get when he
Yeah, and I don't.
graduated.
I remember asking for it when we went into pad style, but I don't remember giving it back.
It's one of the permissions of the guy who wears the biggest hat in the country.
Indeed.
fair enough.
To be honest, I could even see them going even if he wanted to return it, they'd go, "No, you are an important person. You need this."
Or
Personally,
But
Yeah.
I do know that Garnan and Alosa both have one because of the fact that
of course, I'm the only one because I'm an idiot.
well, no,
And Henrik.
and Henrik.
Henrik, too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
true.
Henrik has a reason. He wasn't around when the scrying items got passed around.
It's true.
Okay.
we need to get him one.
All right. In that case,
And the only scry thing Kazir had was attunement, so that's part of why he attuned to it.
this is gonna be fun. But I actually have to pee. I have to pee real fast. I'll be right back.
No, you don't. No, you
I-
don't.
I have-
DMs don't pee. DMs don't pee. That's fake. That's a myth.
Listen.
No, Laundry,
Get a
you think you're a
catheter
girl?
installed.
Oh. Ah, you're right. I was thinking of girls.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is
I
what?
don't know. I'm not really sure, but I know they don't pee or poop or fart.
Oh,
Do they even exist?
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think so.
No. They totally exist. I've seen them in real life.
Really?
They're just kind of weird.
I don't know. That seems like some Bigfoot shit.
No. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah, picture? Yeah, pictures?
I could get a lot of pictures.
yeah.
You just can't show them on
What is that
stream.
supposed to mean?
I just don't until I see like an unarguable yes, that's it.
Real life. Yeah.
You know, like that. I can't. I just.
And
Well,
with
I don't
AI,
think they're
I mean,
real.
anything can be
God.
faked.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just.
And now in 32 minutes into the stream, Wanderer talking about girls not existing.
Sounds about right.
They don't. What sisters do, but like girls don't. No.
Well, sisters aren't girls.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, those
Yeah,
sisters.
same like moms aren't girls.
That they don't exist. Sorry, a sister came into the room.
Oh.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just had to pee real fast.
All right.
Can I?
Welcome back.
You
you.
missed an entire conversation, Winter.
Huh?
You
No.
to share?
No, I don't have any snacks.
Can I have snacks?
Yeah,
What?
now I'm afraid. Back to being afraid.
I'm not fine. I'm fine. Again, my sister agrees. Women don't exist.
Oh,
they
what did I
fucking
miss?
Don't worry about it.
Tiny kind of stank. Tiny
Yeah,
kinda
Tiny
kinda
does
stinks.
stink. Tiny does stink.
I mean, I haven't taken a shower, so.
Times.
I feel that I
Wow,
need to take
my
a shower too.
brain-
Let's
My
do
brain
this.
just went completely inside out and backwards there.
Leroy Jenkins. All right.
Let's do this.
So, let's go ahead and start off with Henrik.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
No, please.
So, Henrik,
Yeah.
while you are resting, you find yourself dreaming. And you find yourself back inside of a very familiar guild hall, a school, if you will.
Okay.
And it doesn't take that much for you to know exactly where you are. You are back inside of the Artificers Guild's library.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't seem like anything's changed. It still looks exactly the same.
Alright, he's gonna wander around.
All right. Anything in particular you're looking for, or anything?
Library.
Well, you are in the library.
I am in the library. I'm
So-
taking the book that I forgot to take last time I was here. Which is, if you don't remember, book about the weird guy who had like all the secret alchemical recipes. I forget his name.
I do
There's
know.
like 2 copies of the book in the entire world.
Yes, that book does exist. That book is here, and because of your intelligence, you would know exactly where to look to find it.
Yeah.
And you do find that copy. Only one, though.
Yeah. He's gonna take it because he learned from his mistake last time of not taking the book.
So you take the book of long lost alchemical recipes.
Yeah.
But you are still in this library, and you see some things are a bit odd. Go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception of your choice.
That is not a question, that's an answer.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
It's a weird book name.
What is my investigation is higher. Flash myself for a 19.
Just go in front of a mirror. Ha!
Yeah, fuck you, freak.
So, so 18.
You know you like it, me.
As you're looking through there, you're noticing there are books missing. There are, like, you follow the sections and you're seeing, again, because you were a student here, you were very aware of a lot of the research that goes into this place. And the books, because of your investigation check, you're noticing the books that are missing are books about magic and magic technology from the oh god, what was the term I had for it? The age of the Magi.
Uh-huh.
Which you would know because, again, of your studies, was the age of the Magocracy, an era of time in which there were wizards and sorcerers in charge of the vast majority of things.
Uh-huh.
That time period was lost a long time ago due to, well, a lot of things, and that would take a lot of research and a lot of time to explain on my part. But you would know that it's a time period that you, as an artificer, are aware of, considering the fact that you guys study the tech from that time period.
Okay. Noticing that those are the books that are gone, and assuming this is present day Artificer Guild, he's going to look through his notes on the matter, which I assume, knowing him, nerd he is, he probably has on him.
You pull out your
And
note.
look for anything that they might, they being the avatars and such, might find useful from this era.
Absolutely. Well, go ahead and just roll me a history check.
Okay.
And I will say, because of your experience and your vast study of magical technology, I will give you advantage.
Okay. 26, and because I can do this more, flash to a 30.
Absolutely. You take a look at your book. You open up you look through your notes. You started to write down the names of the books that are missing. You kind of start coalescing what information they could be narrowing this down to. And you narrow it down to three particular things that have caught your interest, like based on the technology the books that are missing. One, they're researching and learning more about the age of floating cities. You would know that this was a common, again, with the age of the Magi. It was common there were floating cities at one point. There was a time period that the Magiocracies are more nomadic than they were staying put in one place. The second thing you notice that they're sort of researching and studying, you notice that there's technology that talks about the gods. In the Age of Magi, you are aware that that there was a great and powerful archmage who was dubbed the title of Magi, essentially the most powerful magic being in all of the material plane. This was a title, and it made sense for there to be a leader in order to keep everybody under control. And
okay, Herma, I don't know if you can control it or not, but that is really distracting background noise.
And essentially, the Magi used to study, especially in the height of their power, they were studying how to follow in the footsteps of the gods. Which I don't think I need to make you do a roll for Henrik to understand how dangerous that thought process is.
Right.
And the third thing that seems to have caught your interest is there were books that researched traveling between dimensions. This was basically a book talking about the theoretics of creating portals. It's like thus the reason why planar shift exists, the reason why the Nexus exist. There are lots of wizards and sorcerers and various other magic users who have studied what it would mean to travel between dimensions and how to open doors.
Mm-hmm.
These seem to be the three types of magic research the books seem to be missing.
Okay. So he is going to commit that to memory.
Absolutely.
Then he's going to look around for any other abnormalities.
Absolutely. Would you be sticking into the library, or would you be trying to go to other places?
Stick in the library and thoroughly investigate it before branching off to other areas.
Absolutely. In that case, I'll have you go ahead and roll me one more investigation check.
18.
18. You take your time, and after a while, you do notice one appalling sight in this library. You see where you knew there were books, like bookcases and books. You see piles of ash.
Mhm.
And you, better say, with your check previously, with your understanding of like how the library is organized, you would know that those were a lot of books about. Those books were more than likely about the abyss, about details explaining like how to abyssal technology. Basically, you get the sense that if I had to make an apt comparison, they oh god, what is his name? I don't remember his name. The guy from Avatar: The Last Airbender, when he went to Washitong's library.
Zuko?
No, not Zuko. The general, was it General Shao or whatever? The guy from season 1 who he got to Washitong's library and he burned down all the information about the Fire Nation. If I had to make a comparison, that would be kind of what it's like. You get the sense.
Okay.
But it's also a lot of information that just got destroyed.
Okay.
So Henrik can feel that what he wishes at that notion, but you get the sense that more than likely they were trying to clean up any means of tracking information about the abyss. But that's the limit of abnormalities you see in the library.
So next, he's just going to. I don't know which room to check next.
No, there you have. You can literally walk out and head towards like you would know for your experience there is.
You know what? Let's go outside.
Oh, you want to just go straight outside of the guild?
Yeah, let's go outside.
Absolutely. Would you want to be on up on the upper part of the architect of the if I can learn to talk, because apparently I can't. Would you want to be trying to get to the top of the guild so you can see on look at the city, or are you trying to get to the streets?
On top of the guild, but if that's going to leave me open to view from other people, he's going to go to the streets.
You would know that there are observation decks on observation platforms connected to the guild that you guys would do experiments on, especially for flying mechanics and all that. So you would know that you wouldn't be out in the open per se. You would just know that you gotta keep your head down if you don't want to be seen.
Right. So he's just gonna go up there and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Because you have a very good sight of the city from here.
However, you can stop me bad rolls anytime you want. I want you to know that.
No, I feel that.
16.
16?
We all know the pain.
Oh, I see Walfo's...
Except for Tiny, who almost always gets a good roll.
Hey. Tiny's luck aside. Let's focus here.
Can Tiny roll for me, actually? Can we start doing that?
Nice try.
I mean, our characters are dating, we're dating real life. It's not like that.
Listen. Tiny has enough luck as it's going between work, D&D, and his love life. He's got enough luck going on. Let's move on here.
Aw.
But from where you're at, you with a 16, you see a bit of an appalling sight. As you look out onto the street from the top of the guild, looking to the streets, you kind of keep your head down underneath where the platform is to do your guys' experiments. You see demons, and a lot of them.
Yeah.
You see them essentially clearing out space. They're destroying buildings.
Yeah.
You see that there are people humans, elves, and so on chained, and they're chained to the building. They chained to the Artificer Guild building. They seem hurt, but they're not dying or dead. But they are definitely you get the sense probably beaten to submission. The one thing that makes you uncomfortable is towards right next to the guild. Literally, if you let out your demon wings and your mechanical demon wings and flew upwards, you could reach what appears to be a obsidian what would be the term for it? It's kind of like a massive pedestal, essentially. Almost like a giant obsidian hand holding up a flat surface.
Mhm.
But as far as like things look, you see like most of the city is in ruins. Like they tore the place down. You see what appears to be like sigils of various kinds on the ground, like either burned in or traced with blood. If you want to try to figure that out, you could roll a religion check.
Okay, we'll do that. 16.
16?
My gosh, Avery, above 10 would be amazing.
You kind of rack your brain a little bit, and it takes you a bit to kind of get some of these. Some of these are a bit complex for you. Like, you're not really a big religion guy. You're more like the sciences and magic. And the more you... Like, and of course, naturally, you have your own, like, methodical study of religion. But as far as, like, actually, like, practicing and understanding how most of it works, that's a completely different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You really... But you recognize some of them. And you would know the ones you recognize are almost like you actually more tied together with the magic you are aware of. It's based more in abjuration and like abjuration and conjuration.
Okay.
Which you get the sense abjuration is all about like sealing magic.
Conjuration.
So like summoning things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that all he sees?
That is the main things that you see at this current moment. It is abnormally dark.
He is going to go back into the Artificer Guild,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to look for the teleportation circle that would normally be set up to enter the guild.
Absolutely. So you easily follow the routes to get in. Are you going to try to be sneaky about it, or are you just walking?
Sneaky.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Can I enhance ability myself for this?
Yes, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because Avery's been mean.
I'm going to cast enhance ability.
Yes.
Was it Cat's Grace, if I remember correctly, for dexterity?
Yeah.
No, thank you, Tiny.
17.
All right, you...
Because I'm alone, Flash of Genius.
Absolutely.
20.
So it's 20. So you kind of put your hand. I assume you kind of just put your hand up your chest and you just feel the magic flow through you.
Yeah.
And you're like moving as quickly as you can. And it's at this moment you realize that was probably a very smart call as you start seeing some creatures lurking in the hallways.
Yeah.
You see what appears to be almost like a large vulture-like creature with wings, kind of like looking around, eyes partially glazed over. And you just kind of like get around a corner. And you're just like, and just you slowly, methodically make your way down the halls until finally you get to a familiar doorway. And as I assume you just open it up.
He's gonna try to peek through the keyhole.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. This will be a straight check.
15. 15.
Yep. Apologies, I was just doing a quick check for me.
Oh, great.
Well, you never know.
I don't like what that implies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. You don't get to speak.
Oh, okay. As you like kind of lower yourself and you peek through the keyhole, you do see some active magic. Like you would know that when a teleportation circle is used, like it emits a certain amount of light that comes off of it. It's no different. Like it's like a light just shining on something. Just very much. Mm-hmm. And as you're looking through the keyhole, you see a very familiar figure.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of a shorter man, very well dressed, about to say balding on his head.
Mm-hmm.
You would see the familiar face of a rogue artificer who was doing work for the doing work for the Empire.
Yeah.
And you see him as he is he starts speaking. What languages does Henrik know?
Yes. Let me just go look at that. Common, Draconic, Gnomish, and Elvish.
I apologize. It was Common, Draconic, and
Gnomish and Elvish.
I'd say you're in luck. The language he was choosing to use is actually a language not commonly spoken. He is speaking Gnomish. I'd say you're in luck. I actually thought I had you there.
You'll never have me, dude.
Hey, well, listen here. One of these days. But I say language of the short fucks. I mean, you're not wrong. That and halfling. But you watch as he speaks, and he goes. He seems to be speaking to to another human, but you can't get a good look at him because they're wearing a hood. They're wearing a hood and kind of like cult-like robes. Has my research been how has my research been handling in practical use? With your abilities and your expertise, we are making headway into ways to actually direct the orb. Good. Has there been any changes to the magic? Any colorations? Any small details will give me an inch of what I could know and how I could adjust to the formulas necessary to figure this out. No. The colors have been consistent. It refuses to budge at this current moment. The sooner we can figure that out, the sooner we can get this city moving. Turns out this orb is more complicated than we thought. The people of these countries would understand that the weight of progression cannot be weighed down by the dumb, cannot be weighed down by the barbaric. We will figure this out one way or another. Yes, of course. So what should we do? For now, we return. We need to make our way back. We need to make our way back to Stratford. I want to study those thieves' library. They might have some useful information that the public isn't supposed to know. Of course. Should I attend with you? Yes. Attend with me. For Malden will know that we were here, and that is perfectly fine. I just don't want the brute to know we were here. He'd be asking too many questions. Depending on me to figure out how to open that nexus like I give a shit. Indeed. Come along, we need to go. And you watch as the light around the teleportation circle starts to light up. And after a minute has passed, they are gone.
Now that they're gone, he's going to enter the room.
Absolutely. Do you close the door behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
And he's going to investigate the magic of the teleportation circle.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
19.
19. The circle seems to be mainly untouched. It still seems almost as perfect and immaculate as it was before. You have your notes and everything. If you wanted to try to take the time, you could copy down the circle.
He would.
Absolutely. I will say, go ahead and just roll me another Arcana check. I'll say with advantage this time because of the fact that... technically you have advantage on this, but you get what I mean.
21.
21. It takes you a little bit of time. Ultimately, this came down to not your ability to do this. You're used to copying down magic runes and understanding how magic affects on different things. It ultimately affects your speed and how, exact the copy is. It takes you a bit of time. You end up being there for about 45 minutes. But you're able to get... After 45 minutes have passed, you're able to dot the perfect mark to make the circle. You almost have an 100% exact copy.
Mhm.
It is at that moment you do see the lights on the circle light up a little bit.
He is going to immediately go into a hiding corner.
Absolutely. Go ahead, roll me a stealth check. Nobody
sure.
else is in. Nobody. Your cat's grace would still be up, so you would still have advantage.
Is there something like a closet or something you can hide in?
Yeah.
A table, like Assassin's Creed, or
Yes, there's a hay bale in the magic room with the magic circle. I was taking a drink. I almost spit up my pop. You asshole.
you just gotta make sure, man.
There is a working closet that you would know that you guys keep the magic chalk, extra things necessary in order to cast the spell.
17.
17. Alrighty. As you hide in the you hide in the closet, I assume you close it for the most part, but leave it open just like a crack.
Yeah.
As you do, you watch as, and you see a familiar figure standing tall in his robes, and he goes, "Oi, traveling between the dimensions is a little bit more complicated than I would wish it to be. Indeed, we must keep even supply if we want to keep the travel going." I would agree with that. It is going to be a bit of work if we want to make sure that none of those... what are they called again? Assholes? Ah, yes, assholes. We want to make sure that they stay out of this as much as we can. Fortunately... we'd be able to keep them at bay. Indeed. You smell something. It smells like... ugh. It smells like those vile demons. I have to say, we need to make sure that, I know that you don't mind the smell here, but I very much do not care for it. No. Let's go. We need to make sure that we have the things we need for the next ritual. Will this be the one? Who knows anymore? We'll make our way. We'll do as many as we need. And as you watch as a familiar small figure walks by, you see a very tall, essentially imagine a 11, 12 foot tall, purple skinned minotaur, kind of goes through the room. They kind of have to shrink down a little bit to get through the doorway, but after a moment you are alone.
He waits a few more seconds after they go out the door. He's like, okay, where was I? He was holding his breath that entire time.
I imagine.
He finishes studying of the magic circle.
Mm-hmm. With a little bit of time, with that little bit of extra time, you're able to mark down the last of the intricacies. You have it perfectly matched into your book.
All right. Now he's going to look at how they might have altered it from its original design.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, and because of your experience here in the art school, your schooling here, go ahead and roll it with advantage.
28.
There we go. It takes you a bit of time, as this is pretty advanced magic. But with breaking down some of the information and doing a side-by-side comparison to some of the other circles you guys have experienced in the past, you've seen Blue write down copies of his own. You would notice that there is a weird like there are some weird runes designed into this. Ones that would be more. You saw it too. I saw it too. Damn you, Tiny. You're seeing what appear to be some. What would be the term for it? Aberrant symbols on it. You get the sense that they probably are experimenting with this teleportation circle. Maybe even trying to tell them you have it so that you can teleport from more than just the material plane. Maybe a means of being able to teleport from one dimension to another. The problem is that you're not exactly trained in conjuration magic, as in like a conjuration wizard would be. So this is a level of magic that perplexes you. Like stuff like this, you would imagine would be more ready. What would be the term for it? Readiful knowledge, something that would be easily attained. But this level of intricacy when it comes to magic, this even baffles you a little bit. But with that roll, I will say this: with this knowledge and knowing how this circle works, if with a little bit of work, you might be able. If you guys were in another dimension, you could possibly teleport back to the material using this circle.
Sure. So now that he got all of that out of the way, there's nothing I really think of with any need from the Artificer's Guild. You gonna go check on his family?
Absolutely. You would know that will require you to go into the streets a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Also, how did I get here? But I'm not worried about that. It's magic. Who cares? Something. Bullshit. Okay.
Alrighty. I will have you roll me a stealth check. It has been more than an hour now, so if you want Cat's Grace, you're gonna have to cast it again.
I will cast it again. I have the slots for it.
Alrighty. So you cast Cat's Grace
I'm
again.
Alone, so I can't rely on Mr. Kazir and my boyfriend to keep me out of this.
This is true.
So 18.
18. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I do have the roots. Never mind. I don't need that.
That's true. Well, I'll say for the sake of brevity, you would have the intelligence to go like, oh yeah, I do have that, and you won't cast it. So you can keep the spell slot.
Thank you. Good job, Tiny.
However, as you go into the streets, and you start making your way towards where your family home is, you see a couple of demons turn around the corner, and you see a familiar-looking demon of a Glabrezu, a large demon with like the crab-like arms, and you see what appears to be like a small frog-like demon. And like as you were about, like you get the feeling like almost like you're like fuck, and as it turns, it almost looks at you. You feel a hand reach out of an alleyway, grab you, and pull you. Because they found you before they did.
Yay!
So I will say how this happens, and you can interject. As you're pulled into the alleyway, you immediately feel a hand like pressed over your mouth, and they like look at you and kind of go. You see what appears to be like a masked figure with a hood over their face, but you see glowing eyes. They look at you and they just shh. As you watch the two demons pass by, you just hear they're speaking in a language you do not understand. And you just and as they just walk by, as they do, you feel like a breath escape this individual as they look at you and go, "You're one of the Solaires, correct?"
Yeah.
Thank goodness. It's been a while. And you watch as she pulls back the hood, and you see what appears to be like a very low cut haircut. About to say, like, kind of like the shaved look, if you know what I mean. Kind of like, what is her name? Psychic girl from Apex. Why am I blanking on her name? haircut like hers when she's in her like.
Wraith?
Yeah, like Wraith. But you know the haircut I'm talking about, right, Tiny?
Yeah.
Like
hair bun?
Like not the hair bun, but like that one costume where like her head is almost like it's shaved very low, but like the sides in particular. Like you were either way.
Emo cut. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like an emo cut. Yeah. You watch as she like pulls her hair back, and you see that, and you watch as she pulls the mask down. It has been some time. I'm very happy I was able to find you. I didn't know where you would have teleported in. Please tell me you weren't in the guild.
That's where I teleported into.
How did you not get noticed?
I'm very smart and handsome.
Fair, I guess. About to say, Henrik, roll me a history check. Because this is a recollection. 26. It takes you a minute. You kind of have to look at her face. Those eyes. You've seen them before. You remember them being on a person you haven't seen since you guys left Stratford. But I say she worked very close with the Utoruk. As you recognize a familiar monk that you guys have had some dealings with in the past. Yes, it would be the Zedaruk. Okay. You're not the one I was expecting, but you are the smart one.
Who were you expecting?
Well, in all honesty, I was expecting probably Blue. Maybe I would have expected probably one of, what was his name? Garnan. Kind of thankful it wasn't him. I don't think he would have stealthed very well. I wouldn't lie, I was kind of hoping we'd probably get one of your stealthier teammates, but listen, I understand that you're probably confused why you're here. We had to use some magic to summon one of you here. I need you to do me a favor.
What?
And she is going to hand you a bag. Take this. Hide this. Or keep it on you, doesn't matter. Just do not have this here. Okay? Now, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for this. This is probably going to hurt.
Okay.
And you watch as she, like, stabs you with something.
Might hurt a little.
And as, like, she stabs you with this, like, it almost looks like a syringe of some kind. You wake up. And you're back inside of the Nimnak's portable dungeon.
You're in Blue's arms.
Yes, you are back in Blue's arms. But as you wake up, that bag, it's still in your hand.
He also checks that the book he grabbed is still with him.
You reach into your bag, it's there.
Okay, good job, me. Let's go.
Not a dream. And he wakes up.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Huh? What? Why are you
Hi.
bleeding?
I got I was.
Is he bleeding?
Yeah, you do see a trickle of blood. Like he has a bit of a chest wound.
What time is it?
I was in Starland.
First off, why? Second, what the fuck?
First off, don't know. Second off, saw Ezra. Saw from Malden. I live
Oh,
because I
you're
carry a lot
alive.
of human parts on me. Thought it was
Your
a demon.
natural
It smelled
smell
rotten.
is good.
This bag. He slams it down. Something about the bag. Just something about it.
Is it glowing?
For you, with your eyes, yes, it is.
headache glowing.
I say the color you would, because of how your eyes work, they tell you what school of magic they are, correct?
Yes.
You would see that there is some like it is a weird like amalgamation of 3 different pieces of magic. It appears to be a combination of abjuration, conjuration, and transmutation.
Does it give him a headache?
Yes, it hurts to really pay attention, like really to focus on this, but it's not.
Were we allowed to open the bag, or?
Yeah, it just couldn't be in Starland.
Okay, he's gonna open the bag.
All right.
The Zeta Root gave it to me.
Oh, I'm not gonna question it anymore.
As you open up the bag and you pull out an item, you see what appears to be, oh god, what would be the term for this? Do you guys know, like,
He is not touching this with his bare hand.
It appears to be like a large, like, fulcrum, like an item that would be used to hold something. Is like, it almost looks like, it's kind of like the size of like a globe.
Oh god.
About to say, Henrik, I want you to go ahead and roll me a Arcana check with advantage.
Can Blue start casting Identify?
Yes, he can.
Ritual casting.
Yeah, you can ritual cast it.
Wait, first, he's gonna look at a watch or something. What time is it?
It is like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So you guys have rested for about 4 hours.
18 Arcana.
We're going back to sleep.
But I say, Henrik, this looks familiar. You think you've seen this before. You remember that, like, magic items get transported out of Tamworth and into the college, the Artificer College, to be studied. And you remember, you feel like you've seen this item in one of the halls.
Can I ritual cast Identify?
Yes, you could. It will take 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, we're going back to sleep after this.
All right, and as you finish casting Identify, you would know that this particular item is known as the Fulcrum of Alkrach. It's a. It doesn't take you long to figure out that that is an aberration name.
But don't say the name. Got it.
You are met with some very complicated mathematics in your brain. And you are basically, with the Identify spell, you would understand that this particular fulcrum would be used in what appears to be some kind of weird transport item used for an aberration machine. Above game, you guys remember in Baldur's Gate 3 how in the very beginning of the game, you remember those tendrils that the Mind Flayer was playing with to go between realms?
Yeah, the ones that you had to touch
in order to get back to
die.
The item an orb.
There does not appear to be an orb attached to this fulcrum, but it appears to be like something that would hold an orb. With your Identify spell, you would know that this item would be used to hold said item, and you would get the sense with it that it would be used to. You get the sense probably used to navigate or direct. I will say this for Henrik's sake, because of your role. You would also know that this was one of the last new items you saw before you left the college.
Oh god. Aberration. That could be Mind Flayers down there. Oh no.
Okay. Everything I learned. We have a way into Starlam. They're looking for an orb to go into this. However you say the name.
Fulcrum of
Fulcrum fulcrum. They're looking for an orb to go into the fulcrum so they can control, I think, the city, like make the city fly around. And they figured out how to teleport between dimensions.
Lou's just looking at him, tired because he got woke up by his yell.
Obviously, he gave himself a chest wound.
This is, I'm gonna keep this thing in here, in a lead box, so no
Do
one
that.
can find it,
Do that.
or I could burn it.
Don't burn it.
Don't burn it.
We probably needed to put the city back on the ground.
I mean, probably. I'll keep it in a box. I need another box. I'll keep it in the bag until I get another box.
I need a box. That box. This one. Give me the thing. Buy the box.
Get a lot of boxes when you can. You can afford it.
He was going to, but we kind of, time skipped 3 months.
4 months. And above
4
game.
months?
Yeah,
Fair
and
point.
also, by the way, above game. This was completely random. The problem is that because most of you guys have scry protection, they didn't know who they could get. Because Henrik wasn't wearing any scry protection, they were able to find him, and only him.
It was a 50-50 between him and me, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And it was literally luck of the draw that it was Henrik, and honestly, kind of paid off that it was Henrik, because of his knowledge of our...
It's definitely been better for Henrik, because here would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah, if it was Kazir, he probably would have gotten around easier and less spotted. But the problem is, by the way, you are so fucking lucky that I rolled low for Malden. You lucky bastard! I got a 16. I thought I had you.
And at that moment, you're in a high-level campaign with 16 is a low number.
Yes, I rolled really low, and you were so lucky.
16 is more of a scary number.
That's my point.
If they saw me, I would be dead.
I mean, there's a good chance they would have either killed you or captured you.
They'd probably capture him and use him as bait.
Probably. The thing is,
most likely.
The thing is that the people who did this, they literally had to take a gamble. They didn't know where you would spawn. I rolled, and you ended up in the guild. And I was like, a part of me was having a panic attack behind, go behind the screen. I was having a panic attack because I thought, I'm like, oh fuck, he's in the thick of it.
I made it work. Screw you.
Okay.
And I prayed.
Oh my god, did you pray?
Shut up.
Blue is going to set the bag on the ground. When we go back to sleep, he's gonna do the thing that he did with the Black Book of the Damned.
Absolutely.
Put it somewhere.
And you just don't even think about it? You don't even let yourself know? Or is this an item that you're going to let yourself know?
He'll let himself know where that is, but nobody can get to it but him.
Absolutely. So
he needs a long rest to get to it, so he can't even be threatened.
So you're gonna take it to a particular floor and rearrange.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I got just clarifying because of how the portable dungeon works.
Winter, you have no idea how much my heart sank.
I thought I had you. Again, legitimately, you have no idea. I rolled a goddamn 4. I thought I had you.
It was a 6. You would have spotted me.
If you would have rolled 1 less, he would have known.
Okay.
Screw you, Winter. I thought you did have me because they're like, you smell something?
Yeah, exactly. That's just it. I was 1 off, so I was like, do you smell that? And it just for a moment, just, smells like demons in here. It's just like,
Yeah, it smells like demons. Because I carry all of their organs on my body.
yes,
all
you
the time.
do.
You ha-
Yes, you
you
do.
have their wings, you have the organs. Yum.
Just again, I thought like this is the same bullshit I deal with Stray all the time because Kazir has a good stealth checks.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, does Blue still feel the magic of the book?
Excuse me. You do feel the magic of the book. Is even though you don't know where it is, you feel a calling.
Yeah. He really wants to read it, but he doesn't want to turn evil.
I had to say, I can only imagine. What? You having the book of the Whispered One and you not want to read it? What?
No, he does want to read it. He just doesn't want to be evil, because then he'll be under Orcus.
Yeah. Well, listen. Fun fact about my world. Orcus created Lichdom. That doesn't mean he's the one who rules over it, though. Technically, somebody else became more powerful than Orcus.
But their power's kind of hard to come by right now.
Yeah, and also, I don't think you want to be affiliated with him either.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, I could technically use, like, suggestion to make someone say the real name of the Whispered One.
Oh. That'll be fun to control.
Watch them have horrible consequences.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there would be some pretty nasty shit.
That is
They
pure evil.
But yeah,
They go blind, they lose an arm.
but
Yeah.
but either way,
Back to bed.
the fact that in all honesty, like again, full transparency, it was pure luck that it was Henrik that got pulled instead of Kazir.
It's good luck.
It really worked out for you guys because again, Henrik being the one who's been in Starlum, like he not only does he know more about the city, he also was able to like I loved the fact that like Herma's first response is, I'm in the library, right? I'm going back to that fucking book that I forgot.
Yeah. Because there would be like, I have no clue where I'm going. I have no clue what I'm doing here.
Yeah, this would have been more of a stealth game, and honestly, it would have been harder for the Zetarook to find Kazir.
Which is
True.
Which also could have been really bad, because, like, listen, Henrik never got to where the edge of the city is. I would have loved to see what Herma's reaction was when he looked down.
You wouldn't look down. That's, you know what, let's just not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't look down.
And like, this ended up being a very beneficial for you guys. I literally, like, you guys, I don't have my webcam set up for this in particular, but I rolled, and I'm just like, all right, let's see which two it is. And it's like it rolled on evens for Henrik, and I was just like, all right.
This will be interesting. Back to bed.
Now, back in bed. Anyways.
They need 8 hours more of sleep.
Yeah, well, at least 4 more hours. I'll say because you ritual casted, that would be considered part of light activity. I'll be nice.
There. Sweet. Good
It's
deal.
light activity, just drawing like a chalk circle. It's not
Exactly.
bad. It isn't drawing any power from himself.
Exactly. You're drawing power from ritualistic magic, rather like the magic around you, rather than your magic. And I just feel bad for Henrik because he had to get stabbed to go back.
Yeah.
I just love Tiny the whole time in the chat. It's like, what the fuck is going on? The people were desperate. They needed someone that they could trust, and you guys, because you guys became heroes and they know you.
If Blue woke up, he would have killed something.
Just Henrik Scott. What the fuck?
Okay, back to sleep. We got the next day to do.
All right, and because of everything that happened, the rest of the night does go without incident. And you guys do wake up the next morning fully rested, all your spell slots back, health returned, and for those of you who were cursed, the curse has gone out of your system.
Sweet. So we
You
don't
gotta
have
read
that
it
curse.
during the night.
Huh. Okay. I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah, I heard you. But I just also, by the way, Herma,
Read
I
it.
absolutely love you playing Henrik waking up going, oh!
He got stabbed.
He was terrified for that.
About to say no. Mad respect to the roleplay.
Actually, not.
Now give him an inspiration point.
You go to sleep. You wake up in the library. You go around, find out everything's infested with demons.
Listen, people are chained up to the guild. Like, the transportation works, but apparently it also works to go to different realms, which is both a good and bad thing.
Mm-hmm. He saw from Malden and answered and almost got spotted and killed. Like,
oh, I thought I had you. This could have been very interesting, very quick. The Zetarik would have had to find you in a prison.
Yeah.
If they didn't flat out kill you. Well, I mean, I would have had to roll to see who would make that decision, Ezrin or from Alden.
Ezrin would have.
Oh,
100%.
snapped neck wouldn't have even been a question, but for
he would have snapped your neck just enough to leave you paralyzed.
Oh my god, like the first
50-50 that you literally just die.
Yeah.
It's like the scene from Invincible.
Exactly, that was exactly what I was thinking.
It's like, just so I look paralyzed.
Alright, carrying on.
Carrying on. You guys do get a full rest, and you guys do wake up. What do you guys do?
I want to go see my lady.
Absolutely.
Is she alive still?
Yeah, she is. I apologize. I was taking a quick bite of food.
No worries.
You were silent. I was like, am I supposed to do something?
Everyone's dead.
We got attacked in the night, and only we were spared for some reason. Truly leaning into that Shakespearean tragedy that I asked for. I mean, what?
They aren't dead. They're just gone.
They're just gone,
They're
guys.
just gone.
It's just you guys now.
And a whole lot of dust.
Oh my god, that would be awful. Just everything else around you is ash. Just you guys. Anyways, so you go to see Dathana in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
As you do see that one of the nurses is helping Dathana stand and helping her move.
I'll go and help quickly.
And you see her look up at you, and again you see the the wounds on her body. Like she took a straight shot from the Ashen Giant to protect Vlad from getting killed.
Yeah.
You just see her. You just see her as she's like, she kind of gives you a look. Goes, oh, hey, our cardinal. It's good to see you.
You were injured.
Yeah. And you watch as she kind of she's like half clutching her side. Yeah, I got hit by a giant.
The Ash Giant. I know. I wish you told me when I sent a sending spell.
I apologize. I was half out of it.
I understand.
And you watch one of the nurse kind of go, it was touch and go for a bit.
I know. You're healing well, though.
Indeed. I just need a little bit of time. Which I'll reiterate this above game because this is how I play the game. When you get injured, like magic will help the healing process. It doesn't solve the problem.
After a certain point, you get Call of Cthulhu healing, not D&D healing.
Exactly. Like this is at least the way I rule the game. That if there's a certain injury that happens, like say for example, if one of the villains decided instead of killing you, they decided they wanted to maim you, they could cut off an arm or cut off a leg.
So unless you have regenerate, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. And a good example would be like Henrik, who lost his arm and has a magical replacement.
Based.
It's better than his previous one. It has screwdrivers.
Holy shit.
It also doubles as a wrench. See?
It also has vibrate.
Heyo?
Oh, whoa! Hey, I didn't need to know that. But
I mean, it probably does.
yeah,
That's how screwdrivers work.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways,
I wish I could stay for longer now that you're on your feet.
I appreciate it. I really do, but I also know that if we're gonna stop them, then you guys need to move. And unfortunately, I'm no jokes aside. All jokes aside, a bit of dead weight right now.
No worry. There's no worry. Nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm just happy to see that you're okay.
You. Return to Padstow when you can. It's...
I will. But before I do, you watch as she kind of gives the nurse a look to like let her go, as she's kind of limping a little bit, and she does walk up to you and give you a hug.
He would absolutely hug her back.
And you just you hear a soft whisper rather than anything else. Just goes, I really thought I lost you.
It won't happen again. I promise.
Okay. Just... You watch as she kind of leans back a little bit, and you do see tears going down her face, and she kind of goes, just... You messaged me just to make sure that I'm okay. Please.
Of course, I will.
Good. And she,
I will.
Unless you resist, she is gonna full on kiss you.
Absolutely.
Unabashedly, no shame in front of everybody.
Certainly. Hard to argue.
Which, once she kind of leans back, she goes, my ribcage hurts.
I believe it. Where are you going?
Well, for now, I'm just going to rest here and recover a bit, but when I can, I will head back to Padstow and make sure things are going good there.
I would rather you focus on yourself.
Of course, and I will. I promise I will, Belwraith. I'm worried. It almost feels like there's a shift ever since you guys left.
The tides are changing. I'll likely be back here before the day's out, should all go according to plan, which... who knows. But before the day's out, I'll send you another message if I can. At the very least in the morning. And I'll be in Padstow myself within the week.
I'll hold you to that. But if you could do me a favor...
Certainly.
Whoever summoned that ash giant, whoever caused the scales this many issues, and more importantly, who caused the world this many issues, could you smite them for me?
I already planned to.
If not you, any member of the Solaris will do, but it would feel very special if it was you.
This is personal to me. They are the ones who took Jahath from us.
Agreed.
Now, rest. You need it more than any of us.
Is that an order?
If it needs to be.
Then I cannot refuse, can I? And you watch it, she kind of gives you a smile.
He would smile back.
And she kind of laughs, but then she's like, oh, it hurts to laugh. It hurts to laugh.
Be gentle with yourself.
And you watch as she lays back, you notice that there's a very strong sense of relief on her. And you watch it, the nurse just kind of gives you a look, and it's she kind of just gives you a pat. Don't worry, we're with her. I'm about to say, we'll make sure she doesn't push herself too hard.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you for everything you've done. Our injured can rest a lot better knowing that you guys were around to help.
I've only done my duty.
At the same time, between you and your especially your bard friend who's been raising morale here, about to say it has been a breath of fresh air to see more optimism here. A lot of bleakness ever since the first attack.
Hopefully the previous one is the last one.
Agreed. But for now, I will not hold you, our cardinal. I will take care of things here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I'll be on my way.
Absolutely. That's it.
I would probably be going to the front gate.
Absolutely. What about for the rest of you guys?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted and I had to deal with a few things. Well, Kazir first of all would call to see if there's anything changed from, when he left her.
Oh, absolutely.
Call his,
Absolutely. As you do, you do hear an answer. Hello?
Is it one of the servants or is it her?
Joy? Is it you?
Flower. Kazir's voice breaks up as he starts tearing up hearing her voice. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you when you woke up.
I'm just happy you're alive. I thought they killed you.
Even if they did, I would come back to fight for you. Yeah, maybe a little exaggeration, but
it's fine. It's fine. It's
actually kind of an interesting idea for character there. So.
How long has it been?
2 years, right?
Yeah.
Roughly 2 years.
Roughly 2 years.
It's been about 2 years, Flower. I'm sorry I couldn't come get you sooner.
It's okay. I don't remember all of it. My mind is still blank.
Maybe that's for the best that you don't remember anything there.
I do remember there was a man who tried contacting me. He asked me to cough to let him know I heard him. After that, everything goes foggy.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have had him call you. I didn't realize there was such a thing that would have got you in trouble.
It is okay. I just you have no idea how happy I am that you're okay.
As am I you, my love.
When will I see you next?
What would be the rough time frame?
Well, the thing is that you guys are currently going into the mountain. You don't know how long it's going to take going in there, finding what you're looking for. It could be a couple days, could be a couple weeks. You don't know.
Fair point. Just checking. It might not be for a month. Actually, because you would say a moon.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Absolutely. No, you're good. You're good. Whose house am I in? The people here. They said a Lord Blue. Who is
yes?
Who is Blue?
Blue Lord is a friend. If it weren't for him and others, I would have never been able to save you. Sorry for breaking voice.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. If that's the case, then will you please let this Blue Ward know? Thank you for taking care of me and allowing me to be a guest in his house. This is a very big house. Thank goodness
Yeah.
Thank goodness there are servants here. We don't have anything like this in Uskar.
Yeah, he hold on.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
He recently came into a big chunk of money, so he's got a really big house, and yeah, kind of chuckles a little half-heartedly because he'd rather be there in person with her, but
Either way, just if you could tell your friend Blue that I said thank you. Everyone here has been very nice and informative.
I will.
I feel a bit out of place, but they've been very kind to me.
I will make sure to do that as soon as I can, my love.
I'm still very tired.
I understand. Rest well.
Please stay safe, Joy.
I will. I vow it.
And the sending stone powers down.
Gazir kind of dries his tears as he gets ready for the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's still dealing with some of the aftermath of that magical exhaustion.
Oh yeah, I imagine that she'd be dealing with that for
Yeah,
probably a few months in real life.
She's gonna be in game. It's like even with like the problem is that she has civilian stats. She doesn't have your guys' stats.
Yeah.
She's not
true. But then again, she has Blue's bottomless pockets.
Yeah, fortunately, well, the thing is because Tiny specifically had Blue like tell the servants like, hey, take care of her, make sure she's actually eating well, she's staying as healthy as possible. Like, yeah,
She is VIP.
yeah, pretty much. Like she's making a good recovery. The problem is that ever since you guys contacted her using the sending spell, she was essentially in a magic coma. So.
Completely
For the
understandable.
body.
So it's one of those things where like her body is like all of the magic is starting to affect her in a weird way. So it's gonna take a while for all that to kind of flush out of her system. Which is why I'm very thankful somebody was like, well, so, can I roll a check to see what would happen if I like
Also, Tiny, I didn't realize, wasn't thinking about that I could just get a hold of Blue and be like,
It's true.
hey, my wife wants to talk to you.
Hey, here you go.
But also probably, actually, now that I think of it, a good reason is she's really tired and weak, so she barely can talk as is, probably.
I do love that Tiny's just being snarky in the comment, going like, oh, people are going to sing Blue's praise. Like, it's not like you've been doing, like, a lot of work to make people's lives better, you fucker. Fucker.
I mean, you helped rebuild half the city.
He paid them 3,500 and has been raising morale. He's doing.
Oh yeah, that too.
Exactly. So you're like, I love that it's like, oh, singing my praise a bit. It's like, yeah, you fucker, you're doing things for people. You're helping them.
Exactly.
You're not a rich asshole. You're actually using your money.
He doesn't ask for the praise, but it's nice to now and then.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I will.
The thought was just funny to me that tell him I said thank you. He's like right beside me. Tell him for
No.
me.
Wait, what? I thought that
you guys
slept
in
in
the other
Blue's
room.
room, and Kazir was like in his own room in the hotel.
Yeah. Well, hotel and
Well, basically a hotel. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a pub with a room.
It's listen. It is a pub with one room, just one. Only the best for the heroes. No,
It's a long room, but it's one.
Yeah, it's a longhouse styled inn where there are rooms. There are rooms, but I say like which one was it? Do you remember the inn in the first town in Skyrim that you go to? Not Helgen, but Riverwood.
Riverwood?
Yeah.
Riverwood. Yeah.
You remember the longhouse where like it's like an inn that has like it has like 4 rooms, but they're all separate, but they're not like big rooms. They're very small.
Yeah. I remember. I think I remember that.
Sleeping giant.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
But you guys all wake up. But I say Belwraith went to see Dathana. But I say Kazir finally got to talk to his wife. But I say Henrik and Blue, you guys wake up in the portable dungeon.
He just got pulled away by his mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I just heard his mom yell his name.
Ooh, let's hope nothing bad's going on.
It probably isn't.
True, but it's hard to say when it comes to parents.
It's hard to say when it comes to her.
I say, what do you think? What do you think, Henrik? Well, I think that I have my gun and.
I have my gun and half a will to live.
I believe there's a clown that we need to kill.
Pretty sure there's background noise coming from him.
Yeah.
I think he's there.
Hi.
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 But I'll just say, was there anything Blue wanted to do first thing in the morning before you guys got ready to go?
First thing, he's gonna go talk to Thorpic.
Okay, now I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
My God.
Welcome back.
I hate to
The
tell you
bed's
that.
covered in blood.
I hate to tell you this, Henrik. But I say it was actually an oni. You guessed it was a Jin. I'm sorry, you're wrong.
God, I wish that I could play that game on PS5.
I know, right? It's getting a console version. A console version is
it?
coming. Yes.
I hope it's cross-platform.
I hope so too.
That would be fun.
That game is so much fun.
Starting with giving Henrik all the hugs and then going to check on Thorpic.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Which, yeah, no, I will say this for you, Henrik. That feeling in your chest is still there.
Right.
Yeah, that feeling of getting stabbed, you know?
The trademark feeling.
Yeah. It feels good. At least they had the decency to stab you, like, while you're watching and not from behind.
Yeah,
No,
enemies stab you in the back, real friends stab you in the front.
Exactly.
Be like Brutus, don't be like everyone else.
Exactly. But for you wanted to go see Thorpic.
Yeah.
All right. As you go down to the dungeon, you see the familiar Gorgon who's just like again oblivious to everything going around. You see the Drider still like gnashing at the cage.
Just gnawing on a bar.
Yup. And you see Thorpic with a little bit with better accommodations as you have changed up his room a bit.
He has a desk, a bookshelf. It's grown.
Yeah. I assume he has a bed to sleep in.
Yes.
You see him.
Yeah, the room is pretty much very nice. Just a bedroom, like a 5-star hotel room with bars.
Thorpic.
It's just a permanent stay.
Yeah, basically this is you set Thorpic up like Germany set Hitler up when he was imprisoned. Not a joke. That actually happened when the Nazi Party was first formed.
Yeah.
That's because he killed
No
all
doubt.
his competitors and anyone who's against him.
It's true. I mean, that's where he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle.
Yeah.
Anyways, you do see that he is currently like you see him like he has a couple of papers out, and it seems like he's writing some kind of magical formula.
Getting it together?
No. Hello, Blue.
Good morning.
Is it morning?
Maybe a clock.
I was about to say I have no idea what time it is.
I'll set you a clock when I sleep. Yeah, it's morning, I think. I haven't been outside yet.
Is there something I can help you with?
Just wanted to come show you were doing. We fought an ash giant last night.
I'm gonna roll for him real fast. You watch as he sets his quill down. An ash giant. In this area?
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're at Mount Doonatel.
You see his eyebrows raise. Like, in the mountain.
Right outside of it, going into the mountain in, looks at non-existent watch. 2 hours, maybe.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that makes more sense why that would be there. I can't imagine. Well, if it has to do with that clown, it would make sense why an ash giant would be working with them.
I mean, we killed, quote unquote,
Killed.
Sent him back.
He's probably back in... What is the name of that realm? I like Thorpic would know this, but Winter has can only remember so much.
Favorite realm.
Thanatos.
Lodron.
He would probably be sent back to Thanatos. I'd assume it'll probably take a bit for him to reform and come back. Depends how many.
Probably.
Depends how many souls he's collected.
A lot of souls were released when we killed him. Like, a lot
Good,
of them.
good. You caught him when he was collecting. Good, good,
Yeah.
good. It means the souls that were there will move on. Claimed by the Raven Queen.
It was ugly. I could take you to the memory realm, but I don't want to take you out.
Yeah,
It was ugly.
listen. At least here, I can do my research uninterrupted. Mostly. He points the quill at the drider across the bars from him.
I should release that thing sometime, shouldn't I?
Yeah, or kill it. I was holding it for research.
I could kill it.
I was trying to see if I could find because of the nature of how abyssal creatures work and the fact that the goddess who originally created those was abyssal at one point. I was curious if I could find a way to reverse it. It works in my wheelhouse of trying to end death. What's the point of living if you live with a curse?
Yeah, and their curse kind of just looks over at it, gnawing on the bar. Bad.
Let me touch your skin.
I mean, I could release it in the Drow Empire and watch it go nuts. That'd be funny.
There would be some humor to it, unless they could control it.
I could set it on Garland.
You could do that. But that clown does tend to experiment with things.
Yeah, and it might attack us.
Probably.
It would attack us.
Yeah, I was about to. Probably best not to use that.
I'll give it different accommodations rather than right beside you. At least the Gorgon's a good roommate.
Yeah, the Gorgon has. You watch as he flutters his fingers. A bit of magic on it. It can't.
It's confused.
As long as you watch as it points towards the band, like his eyes, and like as long as it wears the band, it won't hurt anyone.
It's like a pet.
Pretty much. Its magic has been very fruitful from my studies. Basically, their petrification magic is interesting to me, especially considering the fact that Gorgons live for very incredibly long periods of time. I was hoping I could use some of its blood to experiment. I have. The results are inconclusive, unfortunately.
Alright. I'm gonna go have to fight Garland.
I warned you, Blue, to be careful. This is if I understand this clown from my experience being around them. They are very powerful.
I do not doubt that. The first time we met, he blew me up with a fireball.
Oh.
Yeah, I was, very much not nearly as powerful as I am now.
Yeah, also remember when you were drunk and you still rolled that natural 20 to hear him attacking Skulvin in his sleep?
I forgot about that.
Then I went in, kicked the door down, and fought him with vicious mockery and then died.
And the fact that he used essentially an equivalent of a duplication spell to fight all of you guys. Good times.
Anyways.
Good times.
Anyways, I should get going. Good luck with your research. I'll bring you any books I find.
I would appreciate it, and I would appreciate you make sure that book never gets opened.
I have it in a place that I can only feel. I'm just gonna keep it there until it decides it's bored.
That's true. The book does tend to find its way out. Just be careful.
I will. I don't mess with... I want to become a lich. I'm fine with this.
Lichdom isn't worth it. It's a flawed version of immortality, considering you need souls to power your phylactery.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
It's technical immortality. I'll see you later if we don't die.
Sounds good. I hope you don't die, because otherwise I will.
You won't. Well...
He'll starve to death.
He's gonna just take out some food, a good amount of food, and his decanter, not the decanter. Yes, the decanter of endless water. Here you go.
Well, I appreciate it. At least I won't die of dehydration, and at least if you die, I'll still have a couple months worth of food.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out above game, Tiny. You do realize if you die, you're the only one who could open this. If someone else would have to find the portable dungeon before Thorpic would starve to death.
Which means just looting his corpse.
Yeah, in which you don't know if you...
And having to know what it was when they found it.
Well, they could...
When the person dies, the keyword gets reset.
Exactly, and the reason why...
Well, I mean, they'd have to know what it was and not think it's just some magical paper. Well, not magical paperweight. You know what I mean.
Since I took off his manacles, if Blue were to die, he would become the owner.
Technically speaking, yes, but
he'd still have no way out because
it becomes a bit of a problem, because considering the fact that he's in prison and he has to break out, there's a lot of technicals here.
How about this? You just unlock the door and give Thorpic the keys so that anytime Belwraith is near, he locks it and hides it.
I could do that. But it's
talking about the Necronomicon, or
yeah, you told him that the book of Almighty Darkness is inside of this lab. That give him the keys so he could free roam.
Hey,
well,
yeah. Please do give Belwraith the keys so that he can access the Necronomicon. Please do.
Boo hasn't.
I meant give Thorpic the keys.
Thorpic.
Yeah, I know.
This is true. That is the only people who know that the book exists amongst the party is Tiny. Is Blue? Well, Tiny, you know. Blue, you tell Tiny what to do. But to say, the only people who know are Blue and Thorpic.
Because Belwraith really wants to.
Anyone with that knowledge is dangerous to themselves and others.
Correct. It is literally when Tiny commented, like, I
wouldn't worry too much about Thorpic reading it, is because if he was going to read it, he would have read it already.
But the book has a calling to it.
Yes.
If you're around it long enough, it'll get to you.
Fun fact.
Fair point.
I'll say this above game, because fun fact about when it comes to items from evil gods. It's one thing when it's items from good gods. typically there is a calling to them, but it's always a higher calling. They want like paladins to get it or clerics to get it.
Typically, the good gods have a thing called consent.
Yes. Whereas dark gods, they find ways to break the boundaries of consent. If you open the book, they could try to claim you.
It makes sense.
And even with Blue's incredibly high skills, it would only be a matter of time.
Yeah.
It would
That makes sense.
That's why he didn't open it. Instead, just locked it in a place that not even he could find.
Exactly.
Well, that's part of why I wouldn't worry about Thorpic, because he's had the book for how long? And he didn't. I mean, not that you know what. Never mind.
The issue here is that Thorpic has never had the book. It was the hag. It was the hag who had the book.
I'm really tired.
That's all
Why
good.
did I think Thorpic had the book first?
Because he wants to figure out how to. He wants to bypass death.
It fits.
He's evil.
Thorpic is very, very dark when it comes to his viewpoints of like.
We forgot to at people.
It's okay. We're already 3 hours in. It's fine.
Alright.
I will get better. I promise.
He's gonna dip.
All right. So you leave the dungeon. I assume Henrik leaves the dungeon.
Henrik's dead.
Indeed.
Okay.
See that? Even he agrees.
No! Sorry, I could hear that in the
It
background.
sounds like Cowboys and Indians almost.
It's Assassin's Creed.
I was about to say I was gonna comment. That sounds like the crowd noises from Assassin's Creed. Which game are you playing?
Black Flag.
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Dude, Black Flag is, in my opinion, one of the best ones.
It's an opinion everyone's best one because it introduced ship combat.
I won't say it is my favorite, but I will say it's like I would argue one of the top 3 for me.
Yeah.
People coom over the ship combat. You don't understand.
Yeah. I would still argue Rogue and
Three.
what you don't.
Rogue deserves more appreciation.
Rogue does deserve more appreciation. That game was great. It's one of the only ones you actually get to play as a Templar.
I feel like Belray.
It only got
3 you
flack
get to
because-
play as a Templar.
Yeah, but
for
you
7 hours.
yeah for 7
Which
hours.
is like the same.
Fair enough.
It's just like the same playtime as Rogue, but you know.
But the thing is you get a really big in-depth feeling of being a part of the Templars and actually showing that even the assassins can succumb to being evil.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, no one was really evil.
It's-
Achilles was misguided at the time.
Yeah, it ultimately just comes down to it's more of a re-immersion of the fact that the Templars are not necessarily evil. They want the same thing as the assassins. It's just that the wheel of morality does not fall on the Templars very often.
Yeah, the Templars kind of suck overall.
Yeah,
Anyways.
They're kind of assholes. But anyways, not the point. Also, the third one is, and this one's in my opinion, would probably either be Origins or Assassin's Creed 3, but that's a personal preference. Anyways. You guys all wake up. I assume, do you reconvene?
I'm at the front gate right now.
Absolutely. That's why I'm just asking. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you leave the town?
Maybe fix my armor as much as I can.
You can talk to a blacksmith. They might be able to at least straighten it out a little bit. But
yeah, that's more what I'm looking for.
also, hi Jackson. I see you in the
Jackson.
I see you in the chat.
Henry's going to share his out-of-body experience last night.
All right, so you're gonna tell everybody else.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, oh no, you told Blue and he
50-50
died.
Blue. Yeah, I think Blue opened the Necronomicon and it affected.
Welcome back, Blue.
Welcome back. It was a Jin. Congratulations. That was weird. But anyways, so you share that with Belwraith, Kazir, and the rest of the party?
Yeah.
All right.
What's being shared? Oh, the book. Okay.
No,
No.
not the book.
Not the book.
Belwraith, you weren't here for
What
this. So
What happened with the?
with what happened in the out-of-body experience.
Right, okay.
It's
He's
the
gonna
librarian,
sh-
the demon's doll.
He's going to share
fuck.
the info he gathered. He's going to share that he found out how to get into Starland, what they're trying to do, what they're researching, and all of that.
That is very useful info. Good to know.
Are you going to share the fulcrum or keep it a secret? Because Blue's
I
hiding that
have
junk.
no clue what you said.
He's
Blue
asking
said-
about the fulcrum.
If Blue
Oh,
wants to keep it secret, Harren's going to keep it secret.
Then it's just
Will you at least say that it was the Zeta Rook who sent you back?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Chancy's in the back.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
did you swap microphones, Tiny?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Fucking hearing the
God.
sailors in the background for Irma just killed me.
No, understandable.
What did you hear exactly?
Something, it's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. Are you in the combat right now?
I was whale hunting.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That caught me off guard so hard. I am so sorry.
Just out of nowhere. It's a hit, Captain.
Exactly. All right. Anyways, so you share all the information except for the fulcrum, and you share the fact that the Zeta Rook is the one who sent you back.
So, how were you taken there in the first place, and why?
They teleported me there.
Why would they do that?
They needed some of the Solaris to gather item and take it away.
So what item is it?
Secret.
Can I pull the Uno
Infinite.
reverse card?
Oh?
What do you mean?
I want to pull the Uno reverse card on Belworth because he did it to me once.
Oh?
The whole. Sometimes the less people who know about the thing, the better.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
He
Fair.
pulled that on Blue when they were in the
I remember
trip.
that.
Yep.
Now.
Sure, and then I told you that information. That's where we're going right now.
Oh.
If there is something that may attract attention to us, we should know. All of us
Oh, it
should
won't attract
know.
attention. I have it locked up.
Is
In
it
lead.
is it an item that of a magical persuasion?
Of course it
Yeah,
is.
Well, in that case, I guess this will come down to a question of trust. I guess we want to keep it secret, and honestly, with my knowledge of magical items and magical spells, I think oh my gosh, why do I keep calling you Tiny? Tiny, you're the character now. Blue, play Tiny.
Because Blue's like 5'8".
Fair.
Tiny.
The thing about it is just that Blue can demonstrate that he has abilities to read people's minds. It might be better if the less people know. At least for now, I assume, especially if we're going into Mount Doonatel.
At least for now. I'll tell you after we deal with Garland, because he sucks, but... Like, if you die, he can probably read your undead memories.
Is that a promise, son?
The thing is, the avatars, the Broken Skulls, are looking for this item right now because they need it to finish their plans in Starland.
So what you're saying is that magical doohickey, whatever it is, if they get their hands on it, bad things will happen.
Yes, it will help them complete what they're trying to do for Starland.
And that's
Now, even with it protected under vault, which can, with time, be broken into, we're taking it right to them now.
We're taking to the psychopath of the bunch, so...
well, my problem, at least with how I understand this, if it's inside of whatever realm That's what it's called, right?
Close enough.
Pretty much.
If it's inside of there, would the people be able to know that it's in there without being in there?
Well, considering
We've-
that, considering
No
that blue
clue.
has it encased in lead, which blocks most scrying spells unless they're of a very special variety, then it should be okay.
Pretty sure he can make the walls out of lead in this small box he put it in.
Well, above game, I'll say this: you can't scry multidimensionally, at least not in a traditional sense. Also, you can only scry a person or a location. You can't scry on an item.
And they don't
you
know
can't-
the location.
This is
you
just
can
going to
cast-
protect it from being detected.
Yes,
It can be cast like locate objects.
exactly. And
But
with
it-
it being in lead, it makes it a bit more complicated. It makes it more complicated, not impossible.
It need to be a very roundabout way of casting.
Heavy plane and there's a lot of hoops they have to jump through to get it.
Also, Tiny would know. Like Blue would know if somebody got into the location because they'd have to also solve Blue's puzzles.
They have to solve his puzzles. Also, he has a trap at the door where if someone he doesn't like enters it, they get hit by like 12 vicious mockeries at the same time.
There's some unique.
All of them saying something about their mother.
Damn. It's like what.
Burn.
So what you're saying is it's kind of like when I'm chopping onions and and the onions decides to make a diss track about my mom and I start crying because of it.
Yes, but crying blood because it does. I think. God, what is it? 3d6 or 4d6 now?
Yeah, it's 46 because of the fact that you're a Harlequin rogue.
46 each, so it'd be about 48d6 if they were balanced.
Yeah, Harlequin rogues, man, they're fun.
Yeah.
They're a weird class, but they're very fun. I still love one of their abilities is literally,
You miss.
you missed.
If someone misses, you can use reaction to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Exactly, Harlequins. They're very fun. They're the assholes of the rogues.
Yeah.
Best way to describe it.
Anyways. It would be very complicated for them to figure it out, but if we don't know what it is, well, but then they do know that we know that something that we have something.
We have something.
But they don't.
Everyone
know, but-
forget this conversation.
They know that we know, but we know that they know. But they know that we know that they know.
This gives me a headache.
Thank you,
I can
Herma.
help-
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I can help you forget it if you want. He just holds up a hand. I've done it once.
Let me modify your memories.
Let me do that,
no,
you know,
no.
just trust me. I
I'm
want to do that.
Belrate is tired of this conversation. Does he know
Let's
which of
go.
the scales is joining them?
As the conversation was mentioned yesterday, they are not planning to join you guys.
Ah, okay.
They-
I thought they
They'll
were
back
doing
up
like a.
if needed.
They're hanging back to help the wounded try to recollect themselves, and honestly, if because they're afraid the Ash Giant might come back.
Right,
They want
yeah.
and if you guys, and since you guys are going in, they want to make sure that the Ash Giant won't get past Skystead.
Right. Okay.
Not to mention if the people wounded are alone and don't have a stronger protection, if wraiths or ghouls attack Skystead, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I gotcha. It happened a while ago, and I have a pounding headache for some reason.
That is okay.
Yeah, I'll live.
So
But yeah, we will be on our way.
So I take it.
Oh, before we get too far, just for the sake of brevity.
Yeah.
Brevity? Reveille?
Yeah, no, brevity.
Why can I never
Brevity.
remember how?
Yeah, no, you had it
brevity.
right.
Okay.
For the sake of brevity.
Kazir will tell him what Zugamoid told. Tell the party what Zugamoid told him. Just to make sure that everyone's kind of on the same page there.
Absolutely. So you share
Oh.
the information about Obel and...
Obel and Tenworth, and this place is really
Oh.
magical, so Garland probably has something creepy.
Yeah, and the backstory of what she told him, just in case it might be relevant.
Graham
You know what I
before
mean by the back-
divine or evil gem.
Yeah. The gem and yada yada yada. I think did I write it down? I swear I wrote it down, but never mind. Sorry for burr.
You're fine. But you share that information with all of you.
Yeah. Sorry for not sharing it directly. My brain just kind of shit, and I
It's all
thought I
good.
wrote it down, but I didn't. And
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Now we can go.
Absolutely. So you guys start making your way towards the mountain. You guys know it is gonna take you guys about a day to get there because of the fact that you guys
would also mention his wife saying thank you to Blue. Sorry, just remembered I forgot to say that.
Absolutely.
So small thing. Now we can continue.
You guys know it's going to take you guys about not necessarily a full day, but most of a day to get to the mountain itself. Which, upon doing so, Blue, as you enter this field, you are seeing nothing but necrotic magic around you. You could keep your eyes open, but I will say it does start to sting your eyes as it's just a constant flow of necrotic magic. But you are able to keep them open.
He's going to turn it off and back on now and then.
Absolutely. I just figured I'd let you know it's like, unlike the Feywild, it's not like hurting you to have it open, but like in the sense of like you could take points, you could take damage or take points of exhaustion.
The Feywild was all the magic,
yeah,
just flowing at random. This is just necrotic.
It would be like it's like the seizure procedure. It's like just constant like spatterings of various different lights, like just pounding into your face.
Good thing Blue didn't have epilepsy.
Exactly. In your case, it very much was. This is just a constant, steady stream of purple necrotic energy. But you easily could just flick it on and off as you need to. Life, death, life, death, life, death. As you guys progress, I guess I will ask this: are you guys trying to move stealthily? Are you guys trying to stay open? It is daytime currently.
We should move a bit stealthily, though.
It's daytime. I don't see a point.
Yeah.
It's not even that like it's daytime. They're gonna see us anyway. It's daytime. They're not here.
Yeah, you would know that zombies can roam during the daytime, but like you would know that
they're a lot more nasty at night.
Yeah, they're a lot like 7 days to die. Like logic, they're a lot more dangerous at night. But as you guys progress, you see the ground. You see lots of places where bodies just rose. It's kind of a melancholy sight to see. Very, very, very macabre to see all of these different grave sites essentially just you just know bodies rose from them. It's a little uncomfortable to walk over them. But obviously you all have a mission to do, and I doubt it would deter you.
I could imagine it would be really sick for Kazir because, like, yada yada.
Yeah.
Perversion of nature kind of thing.
Pretty much. I mean, that is what it is. This is an absolute perversion of nature. It goes against the natural order to constantly, for whatever this power source is, just resurrecting dead bodies.
Yeah.
And as you guys progress, you get closer and closer to the mountain.
Blue's just going to kind of start whispering prayers to the matron of crows, because this is her domain.
Yeah.
This is the domain she gets pissed.
Yeah, this is the domain that once you fuck with it, this is a goddess who actually like actively will do something about it.
Oh yeah, completely understandable then.
He's saying that so she'll have her eyes on them.
Absolutely.
Oh, completely makes sense.
It probably won't do anything, but it's nice to have.
Nice to know that
Yeah.
she's watching.
Yeah, completely fair.
Yeah, if you die, you never know. Maybe she might grab you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Shoot.
worse.
Instead of, the guys who collect souls.
Unlikely. It's gonna be Slaanesh for me.
But as you guys get close to the mountain, you do see there are some figures at the base of the mountain. So I will ask, at this point, do you guys want to try to stealth, or are you guys just gonna walk up to the mountain?
I think we should
I think
stealth.
I think this is stealth time.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Time to roll my best skill.
Absolutely.
Same. I figure I'm with
Oh,
disadvantage.
yeah, I forgot.
Because you're wearing heavy armor.
Dog
Wait.
water, 10.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Holy crap! I got to 23.
Ah. 22.
Nice.
I forgot plus. Wait, is that right?
Yep, that is correct, because remember, with reliable talent.
Oh yeah, okay. I
God.
thought
Tiny,
I thought
stop it.
reliable talent only worked like if I got below 10, it would make it to 10.
Tiny, stop it. You're not allowed.
What's Tiny doing?
He rolled a natural 20 in roll 20.
Wow, fuck, Tiny.
I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed. Stop it. All right,
Holy shit.
all right, I'm gonna roll for Garnan.
Oh,
Oh.
good thing
that's a
the rest of us are
1
relatively stealthy.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't roll for Garnan.
Yeah, give him a pity roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it happens though.
Want me to take over?
No, it's fine. I'm. Don't you know? Not all the characters need your luck, Tiny. Otherwise, I can't give people challenges.
33.
33, noted.
He's gonna be helping out.
Yeah.
The rest of the party kind of helped out with that. Only
In
Garnan.
my mind, Henrik rolled a 22 because he realized the importance of stealth yesterday.
After what happened yesterday, no. You're better than this. You're a genius.
Do I recognize the people as we get closer?
As you guys get closer, you guys hide pretty well. Garnan kind of struggles a little bit, but I just like to imagine that like Henrik grabs him jumps up, grabs him by the shoulders, and Blue just kind of decks his legs and like prevents him from falling and making noise. And you guys just see these individuals. Huh? Must have been the
Must have
wind.
been the wind.
Jacks his legs, like punches his legs.
Pretty much just like.
Yeah, I could see that.
We just carry.
You literally just like the three of you just kind of grab it, just like no, shush.
He gets on the carpet, so he can't trip.
Anyways, do I know these people?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Cause you gotta try to see.
21.
Anyway, gotta say you take.
Oh, perception.
First 21 of the session.
I got 4. He doesn't know these people.
They're people. Who cares?
Well,
We didn't
it's
get
4
down there.
plus 11, so 15.
15.
But he probably doesn't know.
But I say, Blue, you recognize cult attire. Like you can, you know how people.
It's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how cult members dress. Exactly. But Belwraith, as you look at them, really look at them. But I say you don't recognize the people, but you recognize the sigil, which you would recognize as the horn, the symbol of horns and like almost like greenish smoke. You would know.
Nurgle.
Yeah. Yes, Nurgle from the Mesopotamian Mesopotamian gods, of course, naturally. No, you would know that this is a symbol of Orcus, the god of undeath, the demonic prince of undeath.
It's the orc fucker.
Oh my
I
god,
mean, kind of.
the poor orcs.
No.
That's the Groomsh.
Grunches one eye.
and figure out what I mean.
Yeah.
Move on.
My brain just
On-
half died on me.
Honestly, Wanderer, if you learn more about Grumsh, you'd probably like that evil god, considering he reminds me a lot of like orcs from Warhammer.
Oh yeah, Grumsh One Eye is pretty neat.
Wow.
Like I know the very basics of Grumsh, but that's about it.
That's that's the orc chief from Warhammer, right?
Yeah, pretty. I mean,
No, the
Yeah.
most popular orc war boss is
Grumsh One Eye. Yeah.
no, it's not Grumsh One Eye. Shit, it's
Don't correct me when I'm right.
oh fuck, I can't remember his first name.
quick to
Yeah, because it's Grumsh One Eye.
Thraka.
And you want to disagree.
Thraka, that's his last name.
quick to Voldemort's channel.
No, he has a speech. Hold on.
Anyways,
No, I have to find this now. It's on my mind.
You find that Wanderer. I was just saying that. In all honesty, you as a player, I think you'd be most fascinated by his lore.
Here it is. It's Gazkul Magarek Thraka.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a name.
Yeah.
But I personally, like, as a player, I think you'd be very fascinated by like the lore on Grumsh, the one-eyed god of chaos and orcs.
I know he became one-eyed because of some fucking diddly elven god took his eye.
Yep, it was a battle against the great elven god. Oh god, what is his name? Oh, that's gonna drive me up a wall trying to remember that, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But yeah, his lore is so fun. I like it a lot. I based a whole campaign off of it back in the day. Anyways, you would recognize that as these guys are more than likely cult members to Orcus.
I thought they would be my boys. Or, well, no longer my boys.
Unfortunately, you don't recognize the people.
No, that's fortunate.
Thank God. Thank God.
Truly.
True.
Carrying on.
What would you guys like to do?
I think we're trying to move past them, aren't we?
Yeah, we're trying to get it.
Do you guys want to try to find like a different crack in the mountain, or you guys want to sneak up on them? What's the plan?
Oh.
I think we're just gonna try and move past them.
All right.
Yeah, that works for me. Sorry, my brain was half out and I wasn't completely.
Worst case scenario, we gang some
in.
cultists.
That is all right, man. That's all good.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
I will say this, since you guys are going around, I assume you're using your stealth to stay away from them. I would like you guys to go ahead and roll me investigation checks to see if you can find an opening to the mountain.
Okie dokie.
A 22.
22?
There it is.
22?
Oh,
No,
I
it doesn't
forgot I
work the
have,
same as 20, man.
yeah.
Natural Tiny! Stop! God!
How are you doing that? That can't be real, Tiny.
Which page?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Which patron did you sell your soul to?
Like literally.
I just put it all the way across the screen.
Motherfucker.
And it went 20.
Motherfucker. Which patron?
Just send it and it works.
Fuck you.
I sold my constitution.
Yeah, apparently.
Look.
No, I can't even be mad. That's hilarious.
So ignore that.
Yeah,
Roll.
it's. I mean, you still got a 20. You still got a 20 for investigation there. Straight.
25.
Yeah, 25. Fair enough.
20.
God
Nice.
damn, Tiny. God, again, can I borrow your luck sometime? I really, I want to buy some lotto tickets. But anyways, with you guys going around the mountain, at first you're like, fuck, is this like, is the cult members, were the cult the only way in? Until you finally, watch as Blue kind of reaches over, and Blue, you kind of press your hand on a part of the mountain, and you watch as it pushes inwards. And you see what appears to be like a pathway, like a smoothed out pathway into the mountain.
Do I think this would be, like, for the Pope?
If you guys look into the tunnel, into this tunnel a little bit, you will see that there is a sigil of Tyr.
Hey, this wasn't well hidden.
Well, considering the door looks exactly like the rest of the mountain, you just happen to put your hand on it and you push, and it went in. It was very well hidden. It's just a natural 20 would find it. Fucker.
Let's go.
All right. So as you guys push it in, the day is finally after a full day of travel to get here. The sun setting, as you guys enter.
I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay. 2.
And I'm gonna target Dathana.
All right. And what would you like to say?
Good evening. I'm just keeping my promise. We've arrived at the mountain and we're about to head inside now. How are you doing?
You will hear a response. I am well. Recovering. Good to know you made it to the mountain. Make sure you stay safe. All of you, stay safe.
Dathana wishes for our safety.
Tell her thanks.
Tomorrow.
Got it.
Alrighty. And so with the sun setting behind you guys, going down down a secret path into the mountain, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah, definitely a fitting place to end.
Good shit, guys. Goddamn. This session was full of a lot of good roleplay, and I fucking almost had you, Herma. I was this close.
He wants to kill his players. He wants to kill the players.
You'll never take me alive.
He just wants to kill 2 players.
Listen, I couldn't kill you guys. I couldn't kill you guys in Call of Cthulhu, and now I'm bloodthirsty.
Yeah, you're welcome for that one too.
You absolutely should have been able to kill Little John.
Tiny, stop it!
No!
No, stop it! No!
I have no idea how Little John got away.
It is a miracle. It is a miracle.
It was me.
I mean, yeah.
It was me.
It was both of you.
Nah, it was me.
Definitely not.
It was the power couple.
See that roll you did there,
The one with
Stray?
the massively bright camera and the one who had magic.
About to say, also, while we're at the end of session, I just want to say 3 things. One, Stray, on the character sheet, do you see where it says in the center, do you see where it says sneak attack?
Sneak attack. Let me double check. Center.
It should be in the center underneath the weapons.
Underneath weapons. Okay.
Like you know.
In like the item name area or?
No.
Attacks.
Like in the underneath attacks. Do you see where it says sneak attack?
Oh yeah, I see.
If you click the damage dice and you click the screen, it'll roll your sneak attack damage.
Oh.
Just like that.
Cool.
Thank
you.
Not a problem, buddy. About to say, figured that was one of the big things was keeping up with your sneak attack at this point.
Yeah, but lots of dice to roll.
Now, where was I? Oh yes, fucking Herma. I was this goddamn close, you motherfucker.
And you're not gonna get me.
I will get you one of these times.
You're not. Nope. Sure won't.
Yeah, I will.
Sure
But it's listen here, you rebellious motherfucker. I will catch you.
Struggle to believe it.
Winter, you ain't gonna get me.
You say that, but you can't have your boyfriend's luck all the time.
I don't have his luck. I have the anti-luck.
You have my luck.
I roll a lot of 2s in Baldur's Gate.
So that's my luck. That's my luck right there. Fun fact: I rolled some dice last night because I was running. I was running my home game, and I grabbed a couple of my. grabbed a couple of my friend Briggs's dice, and I was just like, I grabbed one of them. I'm like, oh yeah, well what if I roll? And I got a 2, and he just laughed at me, and I'm like, oh yeah. Grabbed another dice, take this, and I rolled another 2. Not a joke, legitimately 2 2s.
Oh, I misspelled the name.
You wearing a tutu?
Yeah, I was wearing a tutu. You don't understand.
Alright.
But this is a good place to end, so we can all get some sleep. I know that I didn't want to go too late because I know that it's just about
Especially
midnight.
without half the party.
Eh.
Half the party? What?
At the party, you gotta
Two
say
players.
it's just missing
And
Wealth.
one person.
Wait,
It's,
why was I
Yeah,
thinking
just one.
2? I must be really tired.
it's okay, but I say again, this was a very fitting end point, and
Agreed.
that we all could feel comfortable with, and also the fact that we got a lot of good roleplay in. And God, when you guys get the chance to talk to the Zeta Rook again, like I literally love Tiny's commentary in the chat, just going, "What the fuck is going on? What is happening?" And it's like me having to then explain, like, yeah, because most of you guys have scry protection. They didn't know who they could grab, so it was literally a 50-50 chance who they were gonna grab.
Imagine if Belwraith got shoved in there.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
That would have been horrifying. I think.
That's
Probably not.
Oh,
the thing.
sorry.
Have they met
You first.
Belwraith? Yes,
Yeah, they've met Belwraith.
maybe.
I would have think that Belwraith, even if they had met him,
They would
they
know of
would
him.
have heard of him or heard.
I mean, hey, it just means Belwraith would have dropped 2 Abyssal Princes. Avatars. That's all. That's all that means. They wouldn't have been able to hit him. They
Obviously.
can't hit him. What are they gonna do?
Uh,
Hit him? They
for-
can't.
Well, for Malden is more about saving throws from your guys' experience, and also you guys have never fought Ezrin.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Actually, he would have maimed Ezrin and killed for Malden.
Considering the fact that Ezrin is the reason why Garnan went full rage, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Ezrin. He'll let Garnan take the kill on Ezrin, but fuck the rest of them.
But either way, for stream, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys
No.
enjoyed, and we'll be back next Saturday with some more Discord Dungeons and Dragons.
I hope you hated it, and we'll come back for more.
Stay frosty, my friends.
You masochist.